So JD,
A hero story. I had to do it.
thank you.
Hunter was just mentioning that Harper has interrupted his intro for the past couple weeks, and then Harper was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna do it this week," so I had to do it. I had to
You had to
step
take
in.
your
was
role. Yeah.
Tyler.
That's how it works. Yeah.
I was gonna do it.
Oh wow. Wow.
We kind of this
Wow.
past week before recording, we had our own little basically Timmy's talk, which is a weird way of saying that we kind of like just talk to each other.
Yes,
Yes.
that's what it is. It's a conversation.
That is, yeah.
But yeah, we were on we were just on like FaceTime having a conversation, all of us, and JD joined, and he was in this like lab like area. Instantly hit a button and went to the quantum realm again. So
Once
he's there.
again.
We saw it happen too.
He's a fucking idiot. I gotta tell you, he's an. I don't know how he
Mm.
keeps getting sucked into the quantum realm.
Yeah,
It's actually absurd at this point. It's ridiculous. It's
Or s-
irresponsible.
It's actually crazy
irresponsible.
how much he gets. It's crazy how much he gets sucked off in the quantum realm.
He could only wish.
Yeah, he says that, but we've seen the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we know. We know.
I
Or do you
actually
think the
haven't.
council? Do you think the council of JDs maybe exiled him to the quantum realm, and then he got out, and they exiled him right back?
Council
think-
of Grazia.
It's just
Yeah.
all different JDs with different colored tank tops, and then one
Yeah.
Nick Fury.
Different like sized facial hair, but it's never really a full beard.
It's
Just
always so
it's
patchy.
just different stubbles.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can
like
see
you
that.
can talk.
I know. I was as soon as I said that,
I'm
I was
sorry.
like, oh, wait a
I'm sorry.
minute.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I felt actually bad about that.
But yeah, we're going without JD this week. Right before recording, we asked you guys on our social media hero story to send us some questions or topics you want us to talk about. We'll get to that later. We asked that because, well, JD's in the quantum realm, and the news isn't like there's news, but there's not as much news as there usually is. So we'll probably power through that pretty quick. Also,
That's
there's
untrue.
like
No, wrong, false, wrong, idiot.
keep going.
Fake news. Fake
Yeehaw,
news.
yeehaw.
There's
Oh,
there is
JD would be so
there is
proud. Family Guy reference.
there is so much news, but it's all Star Wars news, and we'll talk
That's
about
true.
that on a hero story, Star Wars story episode 3.
Which will
Yeah.
probably be like next week or something.
I would love to. I'll record it right now. Welcome
guys.
to a hero story, Star Wars story episode.
We'll be doing that pretty quick here, but yeah, no, it's still comics. For comics this week, I read Miles Morales Spider-Man number 5, Moon Knight number 22, and the new Guardians of the Galaxy number 1. And you guys read nothing, I think.
No,
I read
I
Chip
just-
Zdarsky's new Daredevil, at least some of it.
and I
Oh.
just read the first 5 pages of that Guardians run, but I'll read the physical version. I don't want to read it digitally,
Oh,
so I'll have
okay,
to
yeah,
buy
that's
it.
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. All right, I guess we'll start with the news of the week, and then we'll get into comics, starting
I
with.
guess.
you guess.
As
We
if-
always do.
As if we don't
it's
do
like-
that every single fucking week.
It's true. That's true. The Marvels trailer. That was the big thing this week.
Yeah, I don't even remember when that was. I feel like it's all been a blur. Was that like Tuesday? That was like 2 days ago. That feels like it was an eternity ago already.
I think it was Tuesday or Monday. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Do you remember it? I don't remember it now that I think about it. Shit. Wait, what happens in that trailer?
It starts
Okay, now I
with
remember.
Monica in
Now I remember.
space with
Right.
Nick Fury.
And I felt really embarrassed because like last week you said Nick Fury's in it, and I went, "Is that confirmed?" Like I feel like we don't know that. That's not. And then the first second of the trailer
is Nick
is
Fury,
Nick Fury.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, and then like once you
Completely,
see
I
him,
just
you're
face-planted.
like, yeah, of course he would be here. Like,
Yeah, no,
why
like,
would
literally, I was like,
Samuel
why did I
Jackson
doubt that?
talked about it.
I was like, why did I doubt that? Like I
Like,
know it's
my-
Hunter, but why did
My
I doubt
source was Samuel Jackson.
that? Yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, it starts with them. Monica uses her powers, swaps with Kamala, and then that kind of jumps into the trailer. And that seems to be the main, I want to say gimmick, but I guess it's not a gimmick.
It is.
No,
bit
it's a
of
gimmick. You can
It
say
is,
it's
definitely
yeah.
a gimmick.
Okay, yeah, but it's fun. It looks fun.
It does seem fun. I don't know like what the plot necessarily is outside of the fact that they're switching bodies and whatnot, but like
I do.
I guess they're
I
not
do.
switching bodies, they're switching place, but I don't know.
I
You do.
I know the plot.
Leak it
Mhm.
right now.
I
Leak it.
can't say. I promised I wouldn't tell.
You signed
I
an NDA?
promised I wouldn't tell
Can you
Kevin.
hint?
Although, okay, did you,
You
see
wouldn't
that
tell
lady?
Kevin. Kevin doesn't
Did
know.
you? Yeah, no, no. Wait. So you saw the lady with the big hammer?
Mhm.
right? You
Yes.
saw, and it's Ronan's hammer from Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Right.
Well, it wouldn't be the same hammer, but you know.
No, it is the same hammer. Oh, well, yeah, you're right. That one exploded, didn't it? But it actually is the same hammer. It's reforged, right? And her first line is, "I'm doing this for the MCU." So I'll give you that little.
That's kind of like a fourth wall break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
And
the
then
Marvel
Megan Thee
Cinematic
Stallion's
Universe,
there. And
the
she
Marvels.
goes, "I could tell you got
Oh,
big dick energy." Yeah.
and then
There's
Lizzo's
Jack
in
Black.
there.
Yeah.
And Jack Black. Yeah.
Jack Black's there. Yeah.
And Christopher Lloyd is there, and he's the one controlling
Tyler's mum.
their switching. My mom is in the movie. That's true. That is true. Cameo.
I think it looks actually like really good. Like I felt like the trailer was really good.
It looks fun. Yeah, I think it looks.
It
like
looks.
Fun.
I didn't hate the first Captain Marvel, but like
I
it is
thought it was
very.
good.
It's a very.
I don't know what's hateable about that movie. Like it's
not
mid.
hateable.
It's all
it's
right.
just. It's kind of.
But
just,
I don't get what's
it's
people
flat.
hate it though. But it's just because of Brie Larson.
But you know what? The thing about it
They
is,
really
is
they
that,
hate her so much. It's hilarious.
yeah, but that's
like,
the thing. Brie Larson has so much personality, and they use none of it in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what annoys me. Like even in this trailer, I'm like, oh, they're giving her shit to do. It's like Chris Hemsworth as Thor. Like when he started off, he is just like, "Hello, I'm another."
But you can tell that
yes.
this is like the Ragnarok.
they
of
went
the
too
Captain
far.
Marvel.
They went
Oh,
way
that's a
too
good way
far
to
the other
describe
way
it,
in the
yeah.
end.
But you can tell that they like that's what they're doing. They're pushing the humor element, the space elements. Like they're clearly doing that.
And Carol
looks
does, to go off of Harper's thing, Carol does have a lot more personality in the few appearances she has here. Like when she like teleports and swaps places with, I think, Kamala, and like falls through like a table and she gets up, like she's all frustrated, like she does like a whole stomp, like why?
Yeah, she's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
I
like that.
Kamala's seriously gonna carry this movie.
Yeah.
And I see, she's like, you know, I honestly think she's like Robert Downey Jr. levels of perfect casting. Like they literally just, it's like they built Kamala Khan in a lab, and that person just turned out to be Iman Vellani. She's perfect. She's absolutely perfect as Kamala. It's so good.
Yeah,
it's like it's ridiculous. Actually,
she's a huge fan. I love
the TV show. That was a good show. I didn't watch it.
It is a good show.
It was actually
pretty
a good
good
show.
Yeah, it's solid.
You know what? One of my main regrets is back in 2014
killing all those hookers.
Besides that, one of my other regrets is when that issue came out, when Ms. Marvel debuted. It was when like issue 1 of Amazing Spider-Man in 2014 came out, and I was at the store. It was I've been 13, and I looked at the issue. I saw it on the stands, and I just went, "There's no reason I'll ever need that." And I didn't buy it.
Like $1,000 right now.
Yeah, exactly. And
wow.
I'm thinking about it. I'm just like, I could have the first appearance of Kamala Khan. I looked at it, I saw it, and there was so many issues. There's so many versions of it there, and I was just like, nah, what would I need that for?
Because that's what happens when a new character is out. They have so many different variant covers, and they like celebrate like a first appearance of this character.
Yeah.
And every time we look at that, I go, nah. Spider-Boy, he appeared like last week.
Oh my god,
it was on my shelf. I was like, no, I'm good.
I think I try to think about the characters like first appearances that I actually have. Like there was a point in time where I had the debut of Spider-Gwen, but I like it was Edge of Spider-Verse issue 2, but I gave it to my friend for his birthday because I decided to be nice. And now he owns it. That issue is like, you know, probably thousands of dollars now, right?
Yeah.
First printing of that. The one I do have still, and I'm waiting for them to debut him in the movies, but I do have that John Kent debut issue where he's born in Convergence. So that's pretty good. And I also have Riri Williams debut issue.
Riri Williams is worth quite a bit.
Yeah.
Let me hit a bit of a type C. I had to not hit Grogu
it's the
here.
Civil War. No, it's a Civil War.
It's an Iron Man
right?
issue.
No, it's an Iron Man.
Issue.
Like it's like issue 7 or 11 of the Bendis run.
Something like
one
that.
Of
Yeah.
those numbers.
Is she on the cover? Is it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, the suit is. It is.
I've gone to so many different like flea markets and antique stores, and I've gone to.
I love Hunter just going, no, not that. No.
Well, because
I've
looked for it, because I'll see that they have modern Iron Man. I'll flip through, and they have every issue. True. But that one, I thought it was 14. I thought it was issue 14.
I'm about to do the thing that I usually do.
Liar.
That's so he's wearing that suit in the run, but it's like I think what is the issue? It's Diodato, right? The art.
Yeah.
I thought it was a Civil War 2 tie-in.
It
It
might
is-
be
it
a
is-
Civil War II tie-in.
It
right?
is because the last
But it's in the
volume of
Iron
that
Man
book
issue.
is just
Yes.
It's
Iron Man.
Invincible Iron Man Volume 3, Civil War 2. It's fucking
sucks.
good though. Oh,
Anyway,
it's good
Kamala
as shit.
Khan,
What are you
right?
talking about? Eat my
Kamala
nuts.
Khan. She's cool.
Oh yeah. Harper, I was going to ask you, since you didn't
Marvels.
watch the show, do you
Yeah.
like what you see from Kamala?
Yeah. What?
What a weird way
Yeah.
to put
What?
that. Do you like what you see?
Harper,
I like what I see. Yes.
aren't you like okay?
Huh?
Aren't you like 40?
What?
You're saying you like what you see to Kamala Khan?
Oh,
She's
for fuck you,
Sorry.
you rat fuck.
No, I was just
You-
saying because like
You
Tyler,
rat
you
fuck.
watched it, right? You watched the show?
Yeah, it was a great show.
Yeah, so I was just curious from someone that didn't watch the show if you think that Kamala's
What
gonna be
about,
the best character, or if you think one of the
I
I
others
have
would.
no negative opinions going into this movie. I don't. The hatred is silly. There's no reason to be.
It's
I
the
do
most
annoyed.
disliked
wonder-
trailer ever for the MCU already.
See,
Ever.
but that's so silly. That's so
Really?
silly because
Come on,
like
guys. It's
Yeah,
really. I
that's so
do
silly.
wonder though, like we're heading towards this kind of decline for the MCU. I'm assuming revenue wise, like I don't think these movies are going to be making as much
the
as they
M what
used to.
M what? Sorry.
The MCU. I said MCU.
Thank you,
Go back.
yep.
I said MCU. But you know, the first one made $1 billion, but this one is so it has characters from 2 Disney Plus shows, 2 separate Disney Plus shows, which one of them is the least watched Marvel Disney Plus show.
Mhm.
I think it's less than She-Hulk, right? Probably.
I think so, because
one is the
She-Hulk had
most
like so
watched,
much
probably.
hate online that people were curious.
Yeah,
and
well,
checked it
people
out.
Velma'd She-Hulk. They hated it so
Yeah,
much
they
that they
hate
just
watched
watched
it.
every second of it.
Yeah.
But I think that's really I'm really wondering how this movie is going to go over like or financially rather, because I think that does matter. I think that people are going to look at them and be like, I don't know who Monica Rambeau is, and I don't know who Kamala Khan is, and I only kind of liked Carol Danvers. You know, it's you know what I mean?
Fury,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely more of a Rocky fan.
Because Captain Marvel made $1 billion, but it also came out right before Endgame. So
Yeah, it was really I don't even know, like, because like Ant-Man and the Wasp came out before Endgame, and it also didn't make $1
That's
billion.
true,
So
yeah.
I want to say that Captain
Wasp.
Marvel made $1 billion because people wanted to see a female-led Marvel movie. I don't think it was just the Endgame
that's
hype,
true. Yeah, you're right.
but I do think that had something to do with it, definitely.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Now
Yeah.
the MCU
And now they don't
has
have that. Yeah.
more, I guess, less fans than they did back then.
Mm.
They got more haters, I'll say, including
Yeah, well, they
us.
lost a lot of fans, including us. Yes. Including
Yeah.
us.
So, but
But I think I don't know, because I think you got to look at like have you heard the rumors, leaks, whatever, that this movie's going to involve incursions and stuff like that?
yeah, I remember.
So that's interesting, but it's also like, again, does anybody care? That people are going to see this movie, and then at the end there's going to be an incursion, and they're going to be like, what does that mean? What like, you know what I mean? It's a lot of
Someone
would
needs
care.
to say to Marvel Studios,
would
like,
care,
is
yes,
it a good idea to put Jonathan Majors in this all-female led movie? Like, there might be some issues there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he might be in
man.
this, I guess. But yeah, they haven't really done anything with incursions. Like,
God.
it's mentioned twice in Doctor Strange, and we
And, I
probably
mean,
all like gasped when we saw
they
that.
also
But
haven't.
no one
You
else
got to
did.
think they also haven't done anything with Carol Danvers. She's been like, they cast her what year is it? They cast her 7 or 8 years ago,
Yeah,
right? It was like 2016. They cast her.
it was before
She's
that.
been
It was
in-
before Civil War that she was casted, and that's a 2016 movie. I think it was 2015 or 2014 even.
Whatever. Anyway,
I'm just saying it's been almost like 10 years. So
but it's been a long.
Did you know
it's
The
been a
Rock was
long
cast
time.
as Black Adam in 2007?
But it's been a long time, and I wonder if people really care. And I think I care. I like these characters a lot. I think it's really cool. I think the idea of the Marvels, where it's just Ms. Marvel and the 2 Captain Marvels, I think that's awesome. But
Mhm.
I just really am
I think it's a
wondering if
much better
people
idea than
still
just doing
care.
a straight up Captain.
Yeah, remember they
What's
announced
her name?
Captain Marvel 2?
sequel.
Yeah,
They
2,
announced,
yeah.
and we're just like, what is that? What could that be, really? You know?
What is that? Yeah.
But I think the
they made
Marvels
it
is
a lot
way
more
better.
better.
And I
'Cause
do
it's a
think that,
team
like,
movie.
yeah, I think like going into the future of the MCU, I think you have to establish that like Kamala is going to be a big part of it, and Carol Danvers again is going to have to be a big part of it, because we've only seen her in like 1 or 2 movies. It's you know what I mean.
We've seen her
So
in 2, but it's been implied so often that she's out there saving
she's
the
just
galaxy.
yeah.
Like
Well,
it
Kamala's
actually-
they just go
Kamala's
like, oh, she's over
bedroom's
there.
like Kamala's bedroom's covered in Captain Marvel posters. She was a hero known on Earth for like a week in the 90s, and then she popped
Yeah,
in
by like
for
5 people.
for like
Mm.
15 minutes in Endgame.
Yeah,
Like,
how did
It
she buy that
actually-
Captain Marvel poster? I wonder.
how'd you get any of them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Like,
It
she's
actually
not a
blew
known
my mind a
hero.
little bit how little she was in Endgame in the end. Like she's
I-
really
yeah,
there in
bro,
the opening.
I thought she
and
was
then
going to be
end,
on
and
the
that's it.
team. I thought she was going to be in the
No.
time heist. I thought all of
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah,
It
She's on
felt
the
like they
poster.
like it actually felt like they caved to the fact that people didn't want to see, because that was when it was at an all-time high.
you
And
remember
like
when
she's
people-
only there start and end. Go on.
Remember when people were like, they were like, "Oh, this movie's. I bet Endgame's going to end with Carol Danvers coming in and killing Thanos on her own," and just like, you know what I mean? Just like, waving her
Yeah.
dick around, showing that she's the most powerful character. And it's like, Civil War has Spider-Man in it, and it still just ends with a fight between Cap and Tony. I don't know what people
Yeah.
thought was going to happen. The biggest movie ever, they thought was just going to end with this new character coming in and fixing the problem. People are so ridiculous.
Hey, you'll appreciate this, Tyler. I ratioed someone in the comments section on your behalf.
Did you? On my behalf?
Yes. Well, kinda, because I knew it would be something you would think. And it was that panel of Spider-Man from Zeb Wells, where he punches Captain America with the shield and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And someone
Don't die.
someone did that stupid lowercase, uppercase, like letter
Yeah,
sequence.
the
And
mock
it's,
to
it's the-
mock. Yeah.
and it's the trust me, kid, if Cap wanted to lay you out, he would have, from Civil War. And I just responded like, you are comparing like 14-year-old novice Spider-Man who's been
Yeah,
doing
Tom
it for
Holland
like 6 months.
to
to, like-
30-year-old actual Peter Parker.
Yeah, to like fully developed 616 Peter Parker, and then like all the comments are like, why are you comparing this? I was like, totally made sense in that movie, dude. I was
Yeah.
like, Tyler will be proud of this.
Thank you.
You're
I am
defending
kind of proud of that.
Spider-Man. That's so odd.
Yeah, that's interesting.
You used to be Norman Osborn.
That's true.
Me.
That's true.
God,
Yeah,
beat
you
Spider-Man.
had the
We
hair
have
and
that
everything.
picture with your hair. Yeah, that's true. That old
Out
picture. of
am
you.
I?
But yeah, the Marvels looks good.
Does look good.
Do you guys notice in those quick scene when they're all like together firing against the villain and
The
they like, are
Kamala's
swapping
suit looks like
places?
fucking garbage.
Well, yeah, her
Mm.
suit is bad, but
Mhm.
like
The
Kamala,
fuck are they doing? That
Kamala
was so
fires her
bad.
power and then
And it
replaced
becomes
by
Carol,
Monica.
and then I did see that. That's pretty
It's
cool.
very,
And
it's very brief.
Carol's Marvel. It's technically here we go. It's technically Janice Vell, the costume that she's wearing. But anyway,
Uh-huh.
people will
Or
say
with the
it's Marvel,
giant
it's not.
symbol. I
Yeah,
like
it looks
that
awesome.
suit, but
It
I
looks great,
also
yeah.
think I prefer her suit that she has like beforehand, like in
Mhm.
Miss
With the
Marvel.
sleeves rolled up and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh wait, because she's got how many suits has she had now? Like 5,
I
something
think
like that. Literally like
4 or
5.
Yeah.
Well, she's
Was it
literally like a
different in
Lego. Like
Shang-Chi?
you'll just plop on a different suit with a different haircut every movie.
Basically.
In Shang-Chi, she's got the Endgame suit, but with like longer hair.
Long hair, yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. I like the Endgame suit because that's very Marvel. I like that one a lot. I wasn't ready for it in the theater. I was like, what the fuck is she wearing? Like, it's just literally swapped colors. But I like that
Mhm.
suit a lot. I think the
I think
Captain
that's-
Marvel suit is perfect, though. The original one. I think that suit's awesome.
Yeah. And that's pretty close
it's
to
really
the one
good.
she had in Miss Marvel. She just rolled the sleeves up and made it a bit
Mhm.
sleeker, I
Yeah,
guess.
that one's more
Less
modern
leathery.
too.
Mm.
I think it's like
Yeah.
I forget what comic that's from. It might be like Carol Corpse or something like that, but it's definitely from the comics.
And then her
Looks
new
cool.
suit is still good. We'll have to
I like
see
it a lot.
more. We just have like that one shot of her wearing it. So
Yeah, but I like it a lot from what we've seen.
yeah.
And then
that's
the
it.
Monica Spectrum.
Spectrum?
Is that what it is? Yeah, Spectrum
Or
suit is really cool,
Photon.
too. Photon, or just Captain Marvel too. But I think that I just don't like the fucking Kamala suit. I don't know what that one's about. It's
Yeah.
so over designed. It looks like garbage.
She doesn't
It
have the
actually
mask
looks
either.
terrible.
Hear me out. Iron Man suit.
What do you mean? Is that a threat?
No,
mean
she
Kamala in
just
Iron
she
Man
has
suit?
she has an Iron Man
Like-
suit.
It's horrible. Where's the texture? Where's
Yeah,
like,
there's no
just
texture.
Yeah. Ugh,
Yeah,
what
I
a
Why is
won't
her
be buying
lightning
that
bolt
hot
go,
toy,
like,
that's
up
for
to her
sure.
shoulder? Like,
Yeah,
and she doesn't
it's
wear
so
the
weird
mask.
looking.
Why she ditch that?
I guess she's not on Earth. I guess she doesn't have to wear the mask, but
Yeah,
still she should wear
but-
the. I like the domino mask. The suit was perfect. The suit in Ms. Marvel was perfect. Even the sneakers were a really cool touch. But
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the Marvels trailer. That's three men's thoughts on it.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up on the
Looks good.
Marvels.
Stop going to
Except, but
YouTube.
thumbs
There's no
down on the
there was a point
MCU.
there. There was a point there where I was going to say, yeah, the suit in Endgame is really good, but she just didn't suit that haircut. And then I'm like, God damn, I'm going to sound like
Yeah.
a fucking nerdrotic or critical drinker or one of those fuckheads. Like,
Yeah.
It
Mauser.
looks
or
like
whatever
a
that
fun
fucking guy.
movie. Yeah. That wasn't the only trailer that came out this week. Damn, I wish JD didn't go to the Quantum Realm. The Penguin teaser trailer came out.
oh,
Hey,
boy.
it's me.
Hey.
I'm the penguin.
Right before he's about to get stabbed. It's
Hey,
so
hey,
good.
hey, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, it's exciting.
It looks hilarious.
Yeah,
It looks hilarious. It was even hilarious when the logo shows up and it says the penguin, and I'm like, it's just everything is just the. Everything in this
yeah,
universe is the. They'll do that
True.
Arkham show and it'll be the Arkham Asylum. It's gonna be
But
good.
it's crazy like how I don't like it wants to be the Batman, but like every shot that wasn't lifted from the Batman, I'm like, this looks like a TV show. Like
Yeah.
it sounds bad to say, but
it
I'm just
doesn't
like
look comic book
the
like
The next
at all.
part of
It
the Batman crime saga.
yeah,
that's what it
I'm like,
says.
this
Or
doesn't
the
this
Batman
doesn't
saga
feel.
or whatever.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what though. Do you think
It's gonna
what
be
are we
good,
gonna
though.
put? Are we gonna put money on Robert Bat and Bat? Is he gonna be in it? Is he gonna
He'll
cameo?
last
definitely
episode.
I don't know about last
You
episode.
reckon?
I'll even go first episode. Rob Bat.
You
Bat.
reckon?
awesome.
You actually reckon he's gonna be in it? I don't.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I mean,
No,
it
no.
was James. Oh, I hate saying it. James Gunn tweeted. He said something weird. There was a whole thing that was like saying that there was some contractual thing that says Batman can show up in TV, and James Gunn came out and said that that's not true. Like that Batman can show up in TV, and I feel like he wouldn't specify that for no reason, unless he's going to have him in his shows, his Batman in his shows. But
I mean, I'm sure he will.
I feel like there was a report that came out that said he'll be in it, but I don't know what that's from. But I don't know why he wouldn't be.
I feel like
At
I'm
least
gonna.
for, like, a
I
minute.
actually want to bet you money that he's not in it.
I'm not gonna do that, but
I'll
I'm
do
gonna bet
that.
you money.
oh, here
You
we
don't
go.
have money. You don't have money.
Oh, you don't know how many floors I've cleaned at Hasbro. I have money.
Oh wow!
Ooh.
He turns around and he's got my exact hot toy collection, like verbatim. I'm just like, what?
I have so
Why is
many.
half of it
Yeah,
Iron
every
Man?
time you send a picture, I just take a screenshot and go from there.
Buy a new one.
But yeah, how much you thinking?
You
Oh,
know what?
money?
I'll even bet Bruce Wayne's in it. Not even just Batman. I bet Bruce Wayne is.
I don't think Robert Pattinson will. Okay, that's my thing. They might do a silhouette of Batman. I don't think Robert Pattinson will appear.
I think you're nuts. I think they could film it when they're filming the Batman too.
Oh, you want to get nuts?
You want to get nuts? You think I'm nuts?
Come on,
I'll show you
let's
nuts.
get nuts. I don't remember that line.
I'll show you. Oh my god!
I'll
Jesus.
show
this
you
is the
nuts.
show is R-rated, I assume, right?
You want to get nuts? Let me show you mine.
I just-
maybe. I don't know.
I just feel like they can't
I don't
have
know.
Penguin running around destroying Gotham and Batman not show up. What's he doing? What does he have better to do than
What
stop
is
Penguin?
Batman doing?
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like the city's flooded. They only need Batman right now. Like the city needs nothing except Batman to help them. Why would he leave Penguin alone?
Nah, not buying it.
Okay.
He's
Okay,
not
what
it.
about this though? Did you
He's
like
not
that
it.
he was like wobbling like a
I was
penguin?
about to mention that.
Loved
He
it.
was
Loved
waddling?
every when he's going up the steps to the
Yeah, I was
like,
like,
the trains. I was like,
"Oh!"
there
That
he
was
goes.
so good. God, what a dingy
The-
fucking street. You could just tell they filmed that in New York.
there's no like color correction on it
Yeah,
whatsoever.
there's no
It just is
filter or
that
anything.
gray,
They
like-
didn't even clear the streets. Those are normal people. Those are regular New Yorkers.
This looks like I have never seen Sopranos, but it looks like a comedy version of Sopranos without meaning to be. Like it just looks like a funny crime show.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
gonna
so
be
I bet
laughing.
it'll be-
I'm gonna be laughing the whole
I
time.
bet it's not funny though. Like I bet
No, it
it's just
probably won't
he's
be.
hilarious. It's just
He is
yeah,
hilarious. Yeah, that's the
the
thing.
new kingpin of
But, like-
Gotham. Okay, Oz, whatever you
Like,
say, buddy.
all he has to do
Yeah,
is
yeah.
someone
Whatever
needs
you
to say
say,
something.
you
He just
fucking
has to go
fat
like,
little penguin
huh?
man.
Yeah.
he just has to
His
go,
little cool
huh?
jacket
And
and
I'll
his funny
laugh.
little gun. And even when he killed someone, I was like, okay, sure, you're killing
You
people.
shoot
All
someone
right,
that
you're
starts
really
laughing.
hardcore, dude.
I start
Yeah,
laughing.
you're
yeah,
hardcore.
hardcore. Yeah, sure, man.
He's like,
Yeah, I think what's her name was in this trailer? Sophia
Falcone.
Maroni, maybe, right?
Oh yeah.
And in the Long Halloween, she famously gets thrown off a building. I think.
Yeah,
So
she
maybe
does in
that'll
like
happen in
issue
this.
3 or 4. Yeah.
Who else was in this? Who else did they cast? They cast Clancy Brown as Salvatore Maroni, right?
Oh, what?
Did you not know that?
I did not know that. Fucking
Clancy
Clancy Brown in
Brown-
anything, I will
Yeah,
take.
is
Do
Salvatore
you remember his
Maroni.
most famous role? The blacksmith
Mr.
in Daredevil
Krabs?
season 2?
Oh.
No. Do you remember the blacksmith?
I do actually. Yeah.
Remember, he was like, I'm going to testify in court that Frank Castle
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
insane, but also I'm
yeah.
going to destroy Frank Castle's life.
But also, I did
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, also, it was me. I killed your family or something.
It's gonna be funny.
Anyway,
It's gonna be great.
I don't even think Gordon's going to be in it. I don't even think Jeffrey Wright's going to be in it.
Oh, he would make more sense than Batman.
I think
When
it's
is this
gonna.
show
I think
coming
it's
out? It's in
just gonna
production.
be like Penguin adjacent people and like crime people. I don't think anyone from the movie of importance is gonna be in this,
I don't think that.
except for the Joker. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I don't think
they'll
anyone.
have that
I'll
one
bet-
cop. They'll have Martinez.
Oh, that yeah, I
one
know
cop.
exactly. What you're talking about. You said that one cop.
Yeah,
No.
Martinez.
Mr. Wayne.
Mr. Wayne. Come on, bro.
That's amazing.
That's his best scene.
Yeah,
That's
they'll have
awesome.
him.
Hunter, what do you
yeah.
want to bet? What do you want to bet?
Oh yeah.
Let me look up. When is this show coming out?
I guess I should be the one to decide. I'll do 100.
Holy shit!
100.
You guys are
I'm
fucking
not that
idiots.
confident.
That's what I'll do.
That's what I'll do.
100. You'll actually do 100.
2024.
But I'm not saying like first or last. I'm just saying he appears. Robert Pattinson appears. Not as doesn't have to be Batman. It could be Bruce Wayne. I just say Robert Pattinson is in this show.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly Google and make sure like the Hollywood Reporter or Variety didn't report this, and then we might.
I'm just looking up when the Batman Part 2 is set to be filming, because that it says that the Penguin's going to film until July of this year, but the Batman Part 2 is going to come out 2025. So I feel like they could maybe do some crossover where they're filming Batman before Penguin comes out, and they'll just do a short scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I imagine it would be.
I don't know.
Like
I think Rob would do it as well.
Oh, it was Jeff Snyder. That dude fucking never gets anything right.
Oops.
He never gets anything right. How much?
100.
He said 100.
Will you actually pay me 100 if I'm correct?
Yeah, but when the season's over, yeah.
Yeah, when the season's over. When's it come out?
Next
2024.
year.
It just says next year. I'm trying to look at when Matt Reeves says that they're going to start filming.
50?
I'll do 50. Yeah.
Do 50? 100 seems extreme. I'm not that confident.
Oh yeah, I was starting
But I'm
to get
confident
nervous.
enough to put on 50. I'll put 50.
50.
50. Shake.
Oh my god, this
Dude,
article I'm reading doesn't
watch
even
like the
fucking
fucking
say.
second trailer come out and you see like a silhouette in the bat ears. I'm gonna be like,
dun,
fuck.
dun, dun, dun.
Dude,
Also, Hunter, the thing
yo,
about
you're
this
fucked.
is,
Bro, you're fucked. It says that the
Oh.
Batman Part 2 starts filming in November 2023. That's this year. You're fucked. They're gonna film a scene and it's gonna be in the Penguin. You're so fucked.
Oh no!
We already shook on it. We already shook on it.
That's
yeah,
2
we did
years out,
already.
bro. That's
We did
so
already.
fucking early.
Penguin's
You're
gonna
fucked.
turn around. He's gonna be like, "It's you," and then it's gonna zoom in on Robert Pattinson. He's gonna go, "Yeah, I'm Batman."
It's never
That's it.
not funny to me. That pause
Yeah.
is never not funny.
Why does he
Oh
wait
my
so
God.
long? It's like he's so old he can't remember. He's like,
Yeah,
Oh,
like he's
Flanagan?
oh, Batman. Yeah,
I'm
It
Batman,
was
I
like he
forgot.
wanted to say, "Let's get nuts," but then he's like, "No, I've got to introduce who I am first."
I have to do that in a different scene. That's
"Oh, he's
not this
totally
scene.
gonna say that in the Flash."
No,
too.
he is gonna say it. It was in the trailer. It was in a trailer
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
see or something. Dude, it's
At like
this
some
yeah.
con.
This movie is filming in November of this year, and it's gonna come out in 2 years after that. So you're so fucked. You're actually fucked.
Harper, to help,
Why?
you should make
Ex-
the same bet with me, but with Tyler's. Another
Yeah,
50.
exactly.
but why? But why? That doesn't mean anything.
That means a lot, actually. That means that they'll have Colin Farrell and Robert Pattinson both in that movie filming scenes, and they could easily film a scene for the Penguin.
Doesn't mean they will. When's
That
Penguin
doesn't mean
come
they
out?
will.
When's
Sure.
Penguin come out? When's
Next
Penguin
year,
come out?
2024.
There's no official date yet.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're actually fucked.
Because it does. The trailer was like not a trailer; it was like an in production.
Yeah, they're
teaser,
in
wasn't
production.
it?
They're still filming.
It'll be funny to see though, because it'll be like, if I'm right, we'll have to go a few weeks and be like, is he going to appear? But if he just appears in the first episode,
Yeah.
we won't even be finished with the show, and I'll be like, Hunter, here's what's
Does
your
it count
PayPal?
if he shows up on a like TV screen? And it's still like new footage, maybe?
It has to be Robert Pattinson in.
Yeah, like I won't
Suit
count
or-
like a newspaper picture or something like
Yeah,
that.
no, it has to be.
It has to be new footage.
filmed for the thing.
I
Yeah,
see.
Yes.
Yeah. I think so. I think he'll definitely show up.
nah, $50. I've done it.
You guys shook on it, but I think I'm just, onlooker. I think he's going to show up.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Tyler, you want in?
moving
You want
on.
in?
I don't want in.
No, you don't want in. We'll just do another quiz, and I'll pay you another $60. I'm fucking
Exactly.
Well,
Just
every time
raising
it's
it
like
every time.
he's just no, because he's just like, tickets are $37, and then I go to PayPal, and PayPal's like, that'll be $105, and I'm like, why is it so much?
Guardians coming up
Converge.
pretty quick here.
I already bought my Guardians ticket, so
So did I, but you can just pay me.
yeah.
what I
If you want to
bought,
pay
yeah.
me, I mean, I won't mind.
Harper, you may as well just pay him now.
For the quiz that happens in like 2 months or whatever.
Yeah,
I
you
haven't,
may as well.
I haven't even planned a quiz.
I'll happily pay you today. I'll happily pay you on Monday.
Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. You guys see the news
It's
about that
fucked.
today?
Yeah, fucking
Delayed
February?
again.
Yeah,
February
10
next
months,
year.
bro. That game was gonna come out next month, and it just got delayed until
Wait,
next
how-
year.
Mhm.
How? Wait, when did it get delayed?
It was coming out
Like
in
2 hours.
April, and then they pushed it to May, and today they just announced they pushed it to February.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I
That's
think this
almost
is
the
the fourth
whole ass
delay.
year. That's like
I
fucking
think
8
it's
months.
that game is dead on arrival, dude. That poor
Yeah.
game. I don't blame Rocksteady for it because apparently they wanted to make a Superman game, but Warner Brothers said no. I feel bad for them, but that game is so dead on arrival. I feel bad.
100%. It's going to be another Gotham Knights. 100%.
Unless
The Kevin
they
Conroy
somehow
stuff
fix
is
it.
going to suck. I think that's part of it. I think he's
just-
probably
do you
in
think
it
they
for
have
2
time
minutes and he's evil.
in the next 10 months to fix it?
I mean,
they've
we don't
got
know
about
the
10
reason
months.
for delay. They just said to make it better.
But there's
Maybe
no
that's
like,
fixing
but, like,
glitches. or
no,
maybe
but like a
that's-
10-month delay isn't for bugs. you
Yeah,
know?
That's true.
They're
That
they're
is
changing
true.
something
that's-
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like rewrite.
Well, they
Like-
did
Yeah,
that
they're changing the game
presentation
at least a
in-
little bit.
They did a
was like 2
presentation
months
in
ago.
February, I
Yeah,
think.
something like that.
And there's a brief second where they pause the game and they show that you could buy gun packs with real
Yeah.
money.
Yeah,
And so many
microtransactions
people
and all
were
that.
like taking
They're like
Not
the
real
battle
guns.
pass is all
Yeah.
for the battle pass is for like cosmetics and stuff, but it's still bullshit.
yeah.
The
The Avengers did that and it sucked.
yeah, that
Isn't
game
it
was-
crazy
yeah.
now that the Avengers, like now that it's done, they're like, Marketplace is free. It's
Yeah.
like, why would anyone
Should
pay?
have always been like that. You
Yeah.
should have
Yeah, I
been
don't know,
playing
man.
to unlock these skins, not
Yeah, that's
Mm,
what
actual
Spider-Man
money.
did.
To be fair, Hunter,
Yeah.
if you made a really bad game, which as a horrible artist yourself, you would know, would you not
Mhm.
want to squeeze out as much money as you possibly could?
I think I feel like guilty. Like if I were to do that and I like
They're a
launched the
company. They
game-
don't give a shit. They
But
don't
you
feel
said-
guilty.
You asked if I were to do that.
They don't feel remorse. They can't be reasoned with.
But if I did like an indie game and I did that, I feel like I like cringed to myself knowing that it's out there and there's a little button saying that you could pay me extra to get a
I saw
skin.
your big print of that art you did of Calgary, was it?
Edmonton.
Whatever, same thing.
Yeah.
Looked nice, man. Looked really
Thanks.
nice. That's the kind of shit I would buy and like have hung up.
But only of your house, your dirt shack in
Yeah,
Australia.
is there room?
I live in a
your dirt shack?
house.
Your chicken coop.
Is there room in my dirt shack? Yeah,
Because you got the
I
hot
can
toy
move small.
shelf.
Yeah, I
and
can
then you
move, by the
got
way.
you got your bed,
Mhm,
and then you got your chicken coop,
mhm.
and then
yeah.
doesn't your house only have 3 walls and there's just a gaping hole?
Yeah,
No, I've got a tarp over it. Do you know what a
Oh,
tarp is?
that's how the cows come in.
Yeah,
How did
perfect.
that door just close behind?
Yeah,
you?
that door just
Let's-
closed.
We don't have to talk about it.
Kind of scared me. We're talking about your house and then your door just shuts.
Things
Yeah,
are
the door,
haunted,
the
it's
house
fine.
reacted. You living in an alien house from Doctor Strange?
Anyway,
House.
episode 300 of A Hero Story. All will be revealed.
Harper's roommate
Episode
is Moon
300.
Knight.
I just like it'd be like all the walls fall down and I'm on the moon. I've always been on the moon the whole time.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Or you're
You
like
just
in
say
New York.
Australia.
You're like in the
Yeah,
middle
I
of
do
New
like the
York.
idea that like my
You're in
room
Times
is
Square.
just a set. Like I walk off and it's actually in a warehouse, and then I go to
You
my
walk off,
actual
you drop the
house.
accent, and you're like, I can't fucking believe I always got to talk to these fucking guys
I-
every week.
I can't believe I've always got to talk in that fucking Australian accent and be like, yeah, I guys and blah blah blah. It's like it's so draining. Like I just want to go and like
It
smoke
does
a
my
blunt
head
in
in.
California.
It really does my head in.
Like you always
It
have the
does-
lights off in your video, so it's hard to see the background, but you're just in that like room that Steve Rogers woke up in the like the end of first Avengers.
Captain America, yeah.
There you go. There's a
There's a
face hugger
radio
on a
playing.
cowboy
Yeah,
hat.
there's a plain white wall. That really helps.
There's a radio playing
Darth Vader
a very
helmet.
old
Oh, you can
match
see my-
to a sport.
You can see
You know,
Thrawn. You can see Thrawn Alliances
It's so,
and Tarkin, the best book ever written.
you
There's
you
Blurg.
bringing that up, Hunter, it makes me think like the end of the first Avenger. Did nobody check to make sure that they didn't coincidentally pick the one baseball
one
game
that-
that Steve
yeah,
Rogers could
that was
probably
weird.
afford?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't they pick a game after he came out?
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? What the fuck is that about?
Yeah,
They picked.
yeah,
He was like, "I was there." Are you serious? If I was working for Shield, I would have been so angry. I would have been like the ruse we lost by that little bit just because we happened to pick the fucking game that he went.
We found him. He's alive. We've put him in here. He seems
Yeah.
to be okay. But like,
It's like, all
We
right,
fucked
Steve
it up, yeah.
Rogers, he went under in like, I don't know, 1941. So let's pick a baseball game from 1931.
Yeah, exactly. Let's pick a baseball game from 19.
That's a great point.
Yeah, it makes no
Why?
fucking sense. It's one of those things where it's like, if you have to think about the people that set that up, they would be so fucking pissed that it
They'd be
just
fired.
yeah, exactly. I love that. I love when they just set up the most complicated things that get destroyed by the smallest little detail. Like we talked about this with BVS, but can you imagine how mad Lex Luthor was when he found out that they became friends because their mom had the same name? He would have been,
we've talked
he would have
about
been like, I overlooked the fact that their moms had the same name and that mattered. Like
Yeah.
that meant something.
I'm pretty sure we did this on a podcast and you reenacted Lex going, how the fuck was I supposed to know that?
How the
Like,
fuck was I
come on.
supposed to know that? Yeah, it's so good.
Well, he would know that. You just would have overlooked
Yeah,
it.
he
'cause
wouldn't have
who
thought.
cares?
You know what it is? He printed out both sheets. He printed out the Clark Kent sheet and the Bruce Wayne sheet. He went, "Oh, that's kind of cool," and then he didn't think about it.
Yeah,
Again.
it's like, surely that won't be relevant later. Dude, we've absolutely
Martha,
talked about this
Martha.
exactly this way before.
Yeah.
Like, this
I
is-
don't think it was in the. I think it was in the chat. Though. I don't think that was on the podcast. But yeah, I think.
Oh,
yeah,
maybe
that's
it
so
was,
funny to me.
I guess moving on with the
Oh,
news. Creature Commandos cast was announced, full cast for the
Mhm.
team. And yeah,
Oh, he's Rick Flag.
yeah,
Rick
Frank
Flag Sr..
Grillo is Rick Flag Sr. He's Rick Flag's dad.
Yeah, I think I said
Yeah.
that last week.
Yeah,
So-
we predicted that.
Like,
We
like-
said
And then
like the most
David
obvious.
Harbour's Frankenstein, which is cool, right?
Yeah,
That is actually kind of cool. And these you have to remember
That's
these
cool.
people will be playing them in live action.
Because James
what-
Gunn, when he said
Will
this
they?
is like this is the cast for not just Creature Commandos, but all future DCU media. So
Yeah, for these characters in general, no matter where
Yeah.
they show up.
so
Cool
games
for that.
included apparently.
Does James Gunn realize people like die and get old as well?
No.
No.
I'm just saying, like, you know, it's probably not realistic, is it?
No, if your
When you
hair
make
starts to go a little bit gray, you just dye it full Snow White.
But when they
Exactly,
make
that's
the
what he
Creature
did.
Commandos live action movie in 15 years and David Harbour's
Well, I
like
think they're
on
gonna show
Stranger
up in
Things
other
season
things.
20.
Like David
don't know
Harbour's
that.
going to show up in
Stranger Things season 5.
Frankenstein. Yes, that's true. And Thunderbolts.
And Hellboy, the sequel to the remake.
I'm
that
trying to
was
think
bad.
of what the fuck that movie. What are they? Oh, Swamp Thing. I bet Frankenstein's in Swamp Thing or something.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Fucking
Indira
love that show.
Varma is playing the bride.
Right,
David
Frank.
Harbour as Eric Frankenstein. Sean Gunn, who would have thought he would
Eric
be casted in
Frankenstein?
this, is GI Robot. Zoe
G.I.
Kao
Robot.
is
G.I. Robot.
Nina Mazurksi. That's a character. Alan Tudyk is Dr. Phosphorus.
Phosphorus.
Oh,
Yeah.
Phosphorus.
Tudyk!
Yeah. Maria
Release from the wind.
Bakalova
Watches
is a new character called Princess Elena.
I don't get. I still don't. Yeah, that's Cosmo, the space dog.
Yeah, Cosmo Borat.
And we
chick.
talked about this when they cast her as Cosmo, the space dog, but she's like an Oscar-nominated actress, and James Gunn just gets her to voice a dog and a cartoon character.
She in Bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good movie.
Sean
Yo, Mum.
Economos is playing a character that he played in Peacemaker. It just says.
John Economos.
My bad.
That's the character in Peacemaker. The actor is Steve Agee.
Oh yeah, I read that wrong. And then Sean Gunn will also be doing the Weasel.
Steve Economos or John Economos.
But yeah, I guess we could all cheer that Sean Gunn, he got a job again. It's awesome.
Yeah, that actually does make me happy. I like Sean Gunn.
Yeah, James Gunn's friends. I mean, jobs for years, literal years on end. Did you see what people tweeted when they were like, somebody said, "Oh, so you're just playing favorites again?" And he's like, "I have people that I know work best in my stuff, and I like them a lot, and I want to give them work. So what's the problem with that?" Which is true. I mean, like, if you're gonna be mad that James Gunn's always casting his friends, you have to be mad that like fucking 90% of Martin Scorsese movies have Robert De Niro. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same 100%. Thing.
A lot of directors do that in general, so I get it. But at the same time, it's like you're restarting the entire universe, but you're keeping the cast of the Suicide Squad of Peacemaker.
It's so funny, Tyler, you said that, because there was a thing I saw recently, like a trailer or a new thing with someone, and I went, "Oh, it's that actor. Of course they're in it because of whoever was directing it." But I don't remember what it was.
Was it like, just like, I don't know, it's probably Asteroid City, and every human being ever is in it, and you're like, "Oh, it's a Wes Anderson movie." I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but like, yeah, for that one, you have man, what's his name? Jeez, why can't I think of his name?
Tony Revolori, me.
You?
Flash Thompson?
You are kind of flashy.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Scream 6.
We've talked about this.
Tom Hanks. He's playing Bill Murray.
Call me Penis Parker.
What does he say? What's up, Penis Parker? That's what he says, right?
Did you feel offended?
I like that movie. I like him as Flash a lot, actually. I think
he's very funny.
I think he's hilarious. He makes
people take it way too seriously. They're like, "This is the kid that bullied Peter Parker." Everyone in his family dies. Just like, be happy with that. Like,
yeah, be happy with that. In Scream 6, when he, I guess this is a spoiler for anybody that cares. When
it's the intro.
He took the mask off at the beginning. I was like, nice.
There he is.
His character in Scream 6. It's very short, but it's entertaining.
Yeah, I actually love that guy. I think he's really funny.
He plays like someone who's very confident, and then 5 minutes later, he's terrified.
Yeah,
he's very good at acting. He's like, "Cut it out, man! I don't like this." Yeah, it's good. The Avengers by Jed McKay got a preview showing some of the art for issue 1, and they're fighting the Anti-Monitor from the
They
DC
are fighting the Anti-Monitor. That's so weird.
They're not. It's just they're fighting a big monster.
Looks exactly like the Anti-Monitor.
Yeah.
So I sent this in the chat earlier because I thought I wasn't going to be able to record today, but there's a moment that I wanted Harper to specifically talk about. But now that I'm here, we can both talk about it. Jed McKay just gets it, and Carol Danvers seemingly is going to be the main character of this book, and that's really cool because I mean, Carol Danvers needs some good fucking content. I mean, besides her really good run by Kelly Thompson, but Jed McKay just gets it. He gets the fucking.
How do you, Sergeant Rock?
Talk about it, Harper.
I'm sorry. Just Jed McKay is the only person in the last 20 years that went, "Oh, 30. Carol Danvers and Tony Stark have an actual relationship." I mean, Bendis did it a little bit in that Civil War like tie-in part, but
and also in Mighty Avengers as well.
That was like 2000.
They're building the team in Mighty Avengers. Yeah, I mean that was 20 years ago.
I was gonna say that was ages ago, but like Jed McKay feels like he's the only person that realized that these two characters, Tony Stark is like a big brother to Carol Danvers and was in like the 90s and 2000s, and they were close, and there was so much love there. I mean, they bickered. Tony punched her, and she punched him even harder. It happens. Order of those events, I think, are swapped around. He didn't just punch Carol. He didn't do the JD thing. He didn't, Anyway, and like seeing them talk now, and like Carol be like, "I hate us being on opposing sides. Like you're my sponsor. Like you're my guy." Like
the AA stuff.
Oh fuck, dude! Like her being like, I go to other people for other things, but Tony, like, you're my Avengers guy, you're my sponsor, you're my dude, you're my man, you're my bro.
Yeah,
Fucking, oh my god,
it's so
it was
good.
the,
It's a it I'd never
it
got
was
like
you know what it was? It was real. It felt real. It felt like two characters actually talking. Like it was the first like piece of Tony Stark dialogue in forever that I was like, oh, this feels
it's
like a legit person who's like, yeah, I'm like happy for you and I'm glad we're friends. But because like in his own books, it's just been like, I'm angry and upset that the world
yeah.
hates me and
Well, it's
Korvac is going to
funny.
blow up the planet. And I'm like,
It,
okay, I don't give a shit.
it's funny
It feels
because
so
Carol kind of
real.
says the same thing. Carol says, "You're my sponsor. Of course I need you. And given recent events, you need us." She's like, "You've been all fucked up. Some nonsense has been happening to you. You
Mm,
should be back on the Avengers." Yeah, I
yeah.
like that.
This
He just
book is
gets
gonna.
it.
I think it's gonna do the Hick. I think this book is gonna do the Hickman thing. I think it's gonna be
Yeah,
Ooh.
this is all the best versions of the characters currently in continuity.
that's
Fuck
exactly
the
what I
solo
yeah.
books. Fuck the solo books. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, man. I'm so excited. It just feels like
So good.
it just feels
It
like
feels like
they're like
home.
it
It
feels
feels
like
like
they're
safety.
evolving. Like they're moving on naturally. This is the next step
Yeah.
of the Marvel universe, and it's like it's oh man, I'm just excited.
It
I'm just
genuinely
excited.
felt like that. Those 2 pages you sent, I was like, I felt safety. I felt
Yeah,
home.
it
I
felt like
felt
the Marvel
joy.
universe we know and love. It felt like the
Yeah,
Avengers.
exactly. Like, oh, fuck,
Which we
man.
haven't felt since like 2000. When did Secret Wars end? 2015.
15, yeah.
So yeah, it feels like the past
16, but
7 years have just been, or 8 years have been.
Well, for Tony Stark, yeah, 100%. Like,
Like, it
Yeah,
just
and
feels like
Carol
it's just
too.
been on
I mean,
pause, and
the
now we're
last
back.
8 years, Carol Danvers got dragged through the mud, dude. Like,
awfully, like
yeah, I
horrendously
think
bad.
like
Yeah.
Carol, I've always been a really big fan of Carol. I think she's a great character, but I think that like when they evolved her to Captain Marvel, I think they skipped out on a lot of character development that they really could have done.
Mm-hmm.
Uh and that bothers me. I just don't know why they didn't do it. Because it used to be that Carol, like, and this comes up in like her solo series and in House of M, but her whole thing is that she wants to be like Superman. She wants to be the most loved and beloved hero because she just thinks that like she kind of deserves it. She's trying to prove to her dad that she's not worthless, that whole thing, right? And when she becomes Captain Marvel, it's like she gets that kind of, prominence in the universe. She becomes like a huge A tier superhero, and they never go through like the imposter syndrome thing. I always thought that would be
Mm.
the next logical step for that character. She wants to be this hero. She's finally got it. And I think they did some things where it's like she finally gets it and she fucks it up so horrendously, but they never really acknowledged that was like a character flaw. It was always like the issue with Civil War 2 and stuff like that is that they never acknowledged that Carol is acting out of character. Like
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
played straight, but in
It's played
reality, it's
so
like
straight.
it's a flaw. Those are her flaws, and I think they could have delved into that more. And Kelly Thompson recently has done that a lot, and her run is just excellent. Her Captain Marvel stuff,
Is that the current
but
run?
it's about to end. But yeah, it is the current run. I
And
think
the 50, I think.
she's so good at it, and I think I don't want to give Jed McKay the credit for the work that she did because I think she's the one that really drug Carol out of the mud. But I do think that her being the leader of the Avengers, the main character going forward, which I love, I think that's really cool. I just think that's perfect. I really think it seems perfect.
That's destiny.
It's going to be so good.
I just
Yeah.
like the thing I loved about the 98 Iron Man series that I always bang on about
Busick.
was happening
Busick.
in conjunction with the 98 Avengers run. The Perez George, how do you say that name?
Perez.
Is it Perez? Perez. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm very
Busick.
white. That those books happening at the same time. Carol's like her like Tyler, you're talking about like her having, imposter syndrome or like a identity crisis once she's already reached that. I loved her as Miss Marvel there, feeling like she wasn't as good as the other Avengers, and the other Avengers
Exactly.
being like, no, Carol, we've got it. And they looked down on her because she was an alcoholic and shit. And she was just like, well, Tony Stark is still one of you guys, and he's gone through the same shit. And
Tony Stark's the
Tony,
main character. Yeah.
if that book was written now, it would be Tony going, yeah, but Carol, I got past my demon in a bottles, and now I'm a funny, quippy guy. But at the
Yeah.
time, it was Tony going, Carol, I don't. It's bullshit as well. They are absolutely hypocrites, and I'm no better than you for any of this. And they work through it together, and it's fucking phenomenal. It's literally big brother little sister shit, and I love that like family dynamic. And now it's like it's come full circle where they're both at the top level and both as respected, and they're like united. They're not punching each other for no fucking reason. She's
I
not
bet they
getting
will, though.
Rhodey
They
killed.
definitely will. By
Like,
the end of this run, they'll definitely punch each other.
Oh
like,
yeah,
that's just how
they
Avengers.
will a few times, probably.
Yeah, that's how the Avengers
but I don't
works.
want them to
but
punch each other.
that's just how the Avengers works, though.
They're all gonna
Realistically,
fight
they're
at
gonna
one
all
point.
fight at the end of the,
Right, well, how
of the
about
book.
this?
They're all gonna fight. But
Thor's
yeah.
gonna hit someone too. Like,
How about this, Tyler? I punch you
Let's see
in the
what that has
face.
to do with this. I mean, I don't see how that's relevant, but I mean,
aren't you strapped down to your shack? How are you gonna get out?
it's true.
I'm on the moon, idiot. I told you this.
Yeah, but how are
Still,
you gonna get
how
out?
you gonna get here?
I'll just fly.
Like
I
Carol.
forgot you could do that.
Yeah, you forgot that, didn't you?
It is really
bitch.
cool, though. I'm excited.
So
It
excited.
seems like
It's gonna
so
be the
good.
best ongoing series, probably.
I actually will agree with you on that.
It's the
I think
first
that's a
time
hun-
he's
I
made a
think
big
that's a hunter
sweeping
call.
statement.
Yeah, that's a hunter call that I'll agree with.
It will be maybe not an issue.
Oh
one,
my
but
god, can you
yeah,
imagine
for
it
start.
fucking sucks? Can you imagine it's terrible? It was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
That'll be
that's
it.
terrifying.
A hero
That's
story will
scary.
be over.
No, I would literally quit. I would kill myself.
Because even JD is like he's an Avengers guy now. So Tyler made him an Avengers guy. So this is going to be like
I've made it an
book.
Avengers world.
Like when Avengers 1 comes
taking
out
the
by Jed
credit,
McKay in
not-
May, that
Kevin-
week's a hero story
Feige.
episode will just be about the issue probably. Like
Yeah,
that's how
It'll
much
probably
I
be all
tried
me
to read
talking
that Jason
realistically,
Aaron run
but-
like 5 different times, man.
I
it's
think
so
I'm gonna
disappointing.
when it ends, when what was his new issue? What's his new book? Avengers Assemble Omega or whatever, right?
Yes.
When it's all on Marvel Unlimited, I think I'll go through it because the newest story, it just sounds so big. I'm like, if it can't at least be boring. It's
Is it
like
Kang the Conqueror?
it seems like no, it's Mephisto actually. It's like
actually that makes sense. He's been in that run a lot.
Yeah, it's like I read it as somebody said it's like basically Endgame again, but it's like a multiversal version of it. So they're traveling through time and the multiverse to fight blah blah blah. And I'm a shill for it. I like that. So I think I have to assume that that's at least not boring. You know?
Yeah.
I think that was the issue with his run for me. Not even that it was
It was
necessarily
boring.
bad. It was just boring, you know?
Well, there was a lot of decisions though. It's like, why would you?
Yeah, I
do
mean the
that?
Khonshu stuff is ridiculous, and
Yeah.
Echo being Phoenix is ridiculous, and the
She-Hulk.
Avengers 1,000,000 BC fucking suck.
Yeah, that's right.
I think I don't
She-Hulk
know.
just being
I
Hulk.
yeah, she.
Oh, that's
exactly, but-
right.
Yeah.
I forgot about all of that.
And
I think,
She-Hulk and Thor like a couple.
Yeah,
That's
they just
okay.
can't stop making out. That was so weird, and they live in a stupid celestial. That's stupid. That's dumb.
Avengers Mountain.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
best Avengers book to come out in this Jason Aaron run though has been X. So, and that wasn't Jason Aaron.
Jason
No,
Aaron
that
also
was
said
a horror
Kieran
movie
Gillen.
by Ty West, wasn't it?
No, that's X. I said Axe.
Oh, right.
I
The judgment.
remember Jason Aaron's just
Yeah,
like, yeah,
Judgment
my
Day.
Avengers team is gonna have like every arc. There's gonna be like a roster rotation with one member. So it's
Yeah,
Doctor
pick the
Strange.
shittiest members.
Yeah.
Well, it was Doctor Strange
Blade.
first, and then it was Blade, and then he said, "I like writing Blade," and he just stopped that. So Blade was just on the team forever.
Doctor
Yeah.
Strange was so silly at the start of that book. Why did
Everyone
he go
was
through
silly.
No, but why did he go through 3 years of like becoming Sorcerer Supreme again and being like the Doctor Strange of
Wait, wasn't
you
it
know,
like Last Days of Magic, Doctor Strange?
yeah, but
Well,
like
it's Jason
you know,
Aaron's Doctor Strange.
but that's what I mean. He went through all the development and then like then Jason Aaron was just like, but I want him to look like mine when all the magic was gone. So he's got the full beard, he looks like a wreck and the blue
With the blue
cloak and
cape.
shit.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
we've moved past this. It's like, come on, Steven.
Jason
Yeah.
Aaron's a good writer, but yeah, he's just
It's
Jason
one of
Aaron
those
rocks.
things.
It's
It's
just a
definitely
book
one of
that-
those things where it's like it just something about it. It was also probably just the time it came out. It just didn't click, you know.
yeah.
And there's no reason that Jason Aaron on Avengers shouldn't have been good. Like when that was announced, I was like, oh yeah, that's the guy to do it. Obviously, Jason
Hmm.
Aaron on Avengers. It just didn't.
We might be saying that about Jed McKay.
Sure, yeah, no, that's true. But I think I don't know. This at least seems more interesting than, what was the first issue? The first book in Jason Aaron's Avengers
It's like
was the
Celestials
fucking
are
Celestials
attacking.
and Eternals, and they reveal that the reason that the Marvel Earth is so fucked up is because the Celestial died and bled into the universe, and that led to all these mutations and shit. That's
Oh, that's
stupid.
silly. That's silly.
Stupid.
Mhm.
And again, the Avengers 1,000,000 BC fucking suck. So
And we know
let's say.
Oh, sorry, go on.
No, because no, you go.
I was just gonna say we know for Jed McKay from the cover of issue 2 that the first arc is gonna be a Kang arc.
Oh.
And it's probably gonna be Kang
and
for
and
most
Jed
of this
McKay's
run.
been building Kang for years on his
Yeah,
own with
I think
Timeless, so
this
it's
is
Thing
like
just like
chokes
a
the
there's
Marvel
a-
universe.
there's a story that he has to tell. There's at least plans in motion. I think that's really cool.
But I think you could look at the Jed McKay Avengers run as like a redemption of the Avengers and a new age for Marvel, almost like how Mark Waid on Titans is going to be revolutionary for
That was
DC.
the next thing. Yeah.
Transition.
Well, Mark
Teen
Waid on
Titans.
Teen Titans, World's Finest
Yeah, I
Teen
know
Titans.
it's Teen Titans,
so-
whatever. But still, either way, that might redeem DC for me legitimately. That's fucking
I
that
gotta
is
tell you guys
good
something.
stuff.
wow.
I gotta tell you guys something. I'm not gonna
What?
read it. I actually kind of don't care. I sent
Nah,
it in the
that's-
chat
that's-
yesterday because I know you guys would really be excited for it, but I honestly don't really care. I not that it's anything against it. It's obviously a layup. Like obviously Mark Waid should write a Teen Titans book, but
Exactly, yeah.
I don't know. There's something about it. I feel like disconnected from it. But I'm not saying it's a bad choice or anything like that. I'm just me personally.
I think it's a
That'd be
great
fine.
choice, but I can't. I guess I haven't read World's Finest yet. I'm going
Hurry
to. I'm
up.
going to. But like, I guess I can't say like you're an idiot for that because I haven't read World's Finest. But like this to me
You're
feels
an idiot
like
for that.
If
this,
anything,
this book.
I'll trade
this
weight
book.
it.
This book feels like DC, whoever's the head of DC, I don't even know these days. Looked
Jim
at like
Lee?
I
the
think
break.
it's Jim Lee.
I just
break-
looked at Grogu like he knew.
Yeah,
Jim Lee?
Jim Lee looked at like the break
Yes.
in case of emergency, smashed it, pressed the button, and Mark Waid walked in like the Undertaker or something. It's Mark Waid.
Well, DC
Oh my
asked
God,
him
it's
to
Mark
do this
Waid.
too. He didn't even pitch or anything. DC's just like, you should do a Teen Titans book set in the world's finest like era.
World's
like-
tiniest.
They are the world's tiniest. They're teenagers.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
yeah,
reading a
so
book
is
by
this-
Mark Waid called World's Tiniest.
of the atom.
I think what's the team? It's the classic team, right?
Yeah,
That's cool. I think I kind of like that team more than the new Teen Titans. Is the new
What's
Teen
the new
Titans aren't
Teen
even
Titans?
necessary. The new Teen Titans are the cartoon one. That's the one with Starfire and
Oh yeah.
and I almost called him Garfield, but that's his name.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Beast Boy.
Beast
Yeah.
Boy.
But
Logan.
I like that old team better because they're actually sidekicks. Like the new Teen Titans, the Marv Wolfman stuff, they're not all sidekicks. And I think the point of that team, if Marv Wolfman said it was like they're all characters of different genres, so you can do different types of books with them. Like
Okay,
Cyborg is sci-fi, and what's her name?
Starfire
Starfire is an
sci-fi,
alien, but she's alien shit.
technology, alien.
yeah,
Raven's
Raven
like
is-
horror.
Yeah, exactly. So that's cool. But I just I like Speedy. I like Wally. I like Garth. Maybe I'm convincing myself to read this book now.
Yeah.
But
Do you know,
I like
I feel like it's
Donna
because
as
it's
well.
the only. I think it's the only iteration of the Teen Titans anyone is interested in. Is that a hot take? I don't know.
yes, that's a hot
Yeah.
take because people love the new Teen Titans. It's the cartoon version.
Nah, fuck that. No, fuck that.
You gonna say the Tim Drake
that.
one? That's still like
Yeah.
that new Teen Titans team. It's literally the same team except it's just new version of what's his name of Robin. Who the fuck is on that team? Robin.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like the
I don't
52 one?
No, the Jeff Johns one.
Oh yeah.
It's Tim Drake, Robin. It's
But is it Bart Flash?
I think it is
Bart, Kid Flash. Yeah. Well, Bart gets kneecapped by fucking what's his name?
That's
Deathstroke,
right.
and then he grows
That's
up in 10
right.
minutes.
Yeah.
And then they butcher Connor in that book as well.
I
Fucking
heard about
hated that
yeah.
version of Connor.
Okay. No, I stand by it. I think this is
Cassie.
the more interesting team still.
They're definitely the more interesting team, but I would never say that this is the only version that people care about.
It is the only version anyone has ever cared about. And if you think otherwise, you are lying because you want attention. bit rough, isn't it?
I just had
It's a
nothing
bit
to
rough.
say. You're right.
Harper, are you
It's-
referring to like the team with Beast Boy or the team with like Kid Flash?
No, I'm referring to the
Kid
team
Flash is
that
on
has
both teams, maybe.
Donna Troy, Roy Harper, Your Dead Dying Dog, Grogu,
Yeah.
all of those.
Lizzo. Well,
Lizzo.
okay. Jesus, we need
Jack Black.
the original Teen Titans are all the sidekicks. It's Donna. It's this book. It's Donna, Dick. Who the fuck else? Arsenal. Roy's there.
Garth.
Yeah.
Garth. Yeah. Fuck Garth. Who the fuck cares about Garth?
I like
What's the
Garth.
fifth one?
He's the
Who
least
am I missing?
interesting one.
Wally. Right.
Yeah,
Wally.
Wally, yeah.
Dick.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
then-
Bumblebee.
What?
That was
Wait,
only
really?
because of
Yeah.
only because of Titans, though.
Wait, who? Bumblebee's in this? What?
He's on the cover.
Yeah, but remember that's what they tried to do with the Rebirth Titans. They tried to make it seem like Bumblebee was always like a core
That's so
member that people
weird.
cared about.
That's
Oh,
so
yeah.
weird. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, that makes that so weird. That's not the
It's
team. though.
Tyler. If it makes you feel better, it's not the Transformer.
Okay.
Does that make it a bit more? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, that's just odd. That's weird though. Like that's like if you put the classic Avengers, they're like, oh, we're reuniting the Avengers, and then you put like I don't know, Jessica Drew on it or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's not a. That's not a. Yeah, but it's just a different character. That yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Hmm.
Maybe I think I just sold myself on this book though, so maybe I will read it.
I
Mm.
think I'm gonna read this and not Tom
Nostalgia.
Taylor's Titans.
Oh my god, not Tom Taylor's Titans.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why?
Tom Taylor's Titans doesn't interest me right now.
Well, Tom
It's an
Taylor's
acquired
Titans is
taste.
the new Teen Titans team. That's the
It
one that
is,
people
yeah.
like.
It is, yeah, but I don't know.
Is
Maybe-
Roy on the on Tom Taylor team?
No.
Oh man.
It's
really
it's
like Roy.
it's Nightwing, it's Beast Boy, Cyborg, Starfire, Raven, Flash, Wally, and Donna.
Optimus
Why
Prime.
why are they missing Roy? I don't. That's so weird.
Drugs.
Again?
Red Hood.
Well, Roy's in Green Arrow, isn't he?
Yeah,
I
he
just
is.
think, but I always like in the what's that one book? There's a book that's like
Titans
the
Rebirth?
origin.
DC,
of
the
Teen-
New
of Teen
Frontier.
Titans. it's like I just squeezed his head. You see, I'm like that's my thinking right
Oh
now.
my god.
Don't have a
Um,
kid.
No.
There's a book that's like the retelling of the origin of that original team of Teen Titans. Fuck, say that 10 times fast. But and I
JD
think
is listening to this, just blood is rushing into his face. He's like so
Yeah.
angry.
Roy's like the main character that I like when they position Roy as like the kind of center of the Teen Titans. And I don't know why wouldn't he be on the Titans team? That's so weird.
I don't
I
know.
just think that's
I'm gonna
weird. I
guess.
like Roy.
I'm gonna guess. Black
been on all the
Lantern,
other
dead
ones.
drugs.
Well, he's
Hmm.
gonna be in Green Arrow, so he is alive.
Yeah,
don't know
it's
that.
just weird he wouldn't be on the Titans. You don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, but I guess I could
guess-
have dreamt that I saw that like cover
Forget
and that
everything you
concept
know.
art.
I think shit, I might read it now. Now that I think about it, yeah. Fuck.
It's gonna be
Mm.
good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah,
You
it'll
like
probably be
World's
good.
Finest too, right?
Yeah, I like World's Finest. It's just literally like the Teen Titans. I thought I didn't care until I started talking about them, and I'm like, oh, I do actually like these characters a lot. I like Roy. I just like Roy. I don't know why I like Roy so much. I just like Roy.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you
he's-
like him because of his lit dope last name?
And he's like
Roy.
he's like a jerk in World's Finest, but it's like it's really well
Well,
written.
that's what he is. He's like a dickhead kid. Like
Yeah,
he's
he's-
like in love with
hey,
Donna.
awful.
He's
Who
like
are we which half are we talking about here now?
We're talking about every
Both.
Harper. Yeah.
Oh.
But I think that like he's like in love with Donna, but he's like such an
Mm.
asshole about it. He's one of those kids that's like, if you bully them more, they'll like you. Like he's
Yeah,
one of
that's
those
exactly
kids.
what he does. He does that into adulthood, though.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's why I think he's so funny. He just doesn't grow up until he has a kid, and he's like, oh shit, oh fuck,
Even
I
in
have to
Titans
actually.
Rebirth. Oh, I guess
be
he
an
doesn't really
adult.
have the kid there.
Is she
He doesn't have
back
Leanne
yet?
there. Yeah,
Is she
Leanne's
back?
back.
Yeah.
There you go. That's good.
But the like what is it like the 1998 book of Titans has Roy they're all grown up and Roy's got his daughter and he's like an actual adult and I like his development. I just like that he grows up
Before they murdered her.
before they
he
dropped
chopped
a
his arm,
building
yeah.
on her.
Yeah.
We dropped a building on her.
Drop
before we
building on
kick
him.
ass.
Kicking ass.
Yeah, that's the news of the week. So we'll get into comics real quick,
Oh.
and then we'll check out
Oh,
what you guys
comics.
want us to talk about. I'll go real quick. Moon Knight. This issue was all about Tigra. Did you guys know about Tigra's daughter?
Tiger's daughter? No. Is it
No.
is it with Mark?
Is she old enough to
No.
have a daughter? How old is
Or sorry, a son. My bad.
Oh,
But there. Oh, you guys are like, oh yeah. So this apparently was known, but it blew my mind. I thought it was a plot twist. I'm like, why aren't people talking about this? But she has a son named William, I think, and he is the son of Tigra and Hank Pym,
Oh, I think I did know that.
right?
William, yeah.
Yeah, he's the son of Giant Man, and it's revealed in this issue.
He's a clone. Yeah.
It was the Skrull that took over Hank Pym's life before Secret Invasion.
Mm-hmm.
So
I did kind of know that.
Pretending to be Hank Pym.
I think that's in
and dated Tigra.
Avengers. What book would that have been? It would have been by it would have been like, you know how when Bendis left Mighty Avengers, Dan Slott, Christos Gage took over and it became by Hank Pym?
No,
well that happened, and I think that's where they would have done it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
God, fucking Hank Pym and his illegitimate kids.
Well, that just blew my mind, and then she revealed that like the man that she loved isn't Hank Pym. It was a Skrull and she died. Like this.
Rhodey.
Died.
Oh,
so, Rhodey. Oh yeah. Rhodey's a Skrull.
Dude, speaking of Hank Pym, this is gonna piss you guys off, but like when I was at that, I was at Pop Culture the other day, which is a big, nerd pop culture store, I guess. They had a bunch of things on display, and they had the CW Atom, and it was like a statue. And like I saw it, and I went, "Oh, look, Hank Pym." And then I went, "No, wait," and I couldn't think. And I was like, "Scott Palmer," and I'm like, "No, that's not it either." I was like, "Ray Palmer." I said
the first
Hank
thing, it's funny that you also couldn't think of his name, because as soon as you said the Atom, the first thing my name went to was, oh, Roy Atom. That's as if that was his name.
Like Ryan Choi.
Yeah. How many Adams are there? Who cares?
2.
Adam sucks.
3. 3?
2?
2, I think.
I think there's 2.
Joy
there's Ryan and
who cares?
Yeah.
Bro, think
no, actually,
Blue Beetle.
Who cares though?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, actually, who cares?
All one of the Atom fans are gonna be really mad at us at this.
Everybody showed up in Arrow, and he was just Iron Man, and he couldn't shrink until Legends of Tomorrow or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good issue. Jed McKay writes a really good Moon Knight. He doesn't write him as a hero. Like this whole issue is Tigress going after someone called the Midnight Man, who was a Moon Knight villain that died.
Yes.
And Midnight Man's like robbing banks and stuff and like stealing money from people. And she catches him and takes off his mask, and it's just Mark. He's just like, yeah, I was low on money, so I decided to just dress as an old villain and steal from people.
Jed McKay, man, he's like one of the reasons he's gonna be so good on Avengers is because you can tell he also loves the West Coast Avengers. It's gonna have that real like the West Coast Avengers have a real fun sense of humor, and there's like a real feel
yeah. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
Yeah, I think that he's gonna put some of that DNA in there. That sounds so weird, but
Hawkeye's in this issue that he wrote, and he's really fun in this.
I wish Jed McKay could also just write a new West Coast Avengers book.
I would suck cock and lick balls for that. Sorry, it was probably way too good.
Well, Hawkeye in this, he's talking to Tigra, and he's just like, "Hey, Tigra, you should be a Thunderbolt. You want to be a Thunderbolt with me?" And she's like, "I was just a Defender. I don't want to join another team." And he's like, "There's a new Defenders? Why don't I know there's a new Defenders?" Tiger's just like, "There's not anymore." And then the whole issue, Hawkeye's just like, "Why does no one call me when there's a new Defenders team? Like, I could be a Defender."
Well, you were never on the Defender.
Yeah, you were never a Defender.
Yeah,
he just said he wants to be one.
You have the West Coast Avengers. Is he collecting teams? Is that his whole thing? He wants to be on every team.
So.
Wait, was Hawkeye on like the '80s one with Hulk?
The Defenders. Oh shit,
yeah.
with Mockingbird maybe.
I think he might be.
Maybe
yeah, I
was
think he
was.
was.
Maybe actually then. The '80s. Fucking. I love. I think that Jed McKay could easily write a West Coast Avengers book too. I would love. I hope he like puts. I hope that if his team in Avengers evolves, I hope we get like Wonder Man. I hope we get characters like that, Mockingbird, Hawkeye. That'd be really cool.
Sorry, I went on Marvel Unlimited and looked up Defenders, and like right below the series that I want to look at is a 2011 issue called Defenders: The Coming of the Defenders. Like, what is that name, man? They're gonna what?
Harper, are you gonna read Guardians?
I guess that's a no.
You're fucking real, dude.
It's cowboy stuff.
Hawkeye is 100% here.
Okay.
That's
It's
cool.
cowboy stuff.
Not for a lot, but he's here.
Space
Cowboy stuff,
even.
but it's Guardians of the Galaxy, dude.
You say
There's a
that.
tone.
You say that, but all that dad stuff in Volume 2 made you cry. So you love the Guardians.
That's true. That it actually does make me cry. Still, oh wow, that's cool. I might read that.
It's
Holy
Kev
shit,
Walker.
that's awesome.
It's Kev
Yeah.
Walker.
That looks so. That makes sense. That's cool as fuck. Okay, maybe it will.
He goes into like a old western town on like a dinosaur.
Oh, that
Well,
looks so sick.
So the synopsis is pretty much that the Guardians, they're so fucked right now. They're like, you know what? We're gonna bring law to a lawless town or whatever, a lawless place, and they're gonna be sheriffs and cowboys.
Yep.
Cool.
And they
It's like
end up-
1872, Tyler.
Well, there's a moment where there's a guy just
It's a
like,
good
aren't
book.
you
I
the
like the
Guardians
book.
of the Galaxy? They're
Fuck
like,
you.
yeah. And he goes, what happened to you? And you see like some of their designs that they're just like they're actual cowboys. It's just like we don't know what happened
That's
yet.
cool.
But this whole thing is they're trying to evacuate this town because Groot Fall is coming.
What
they're
did
able
Peter?
to
What did Groot do?
basically, yeah. It's
But it'll also be
basically,
Peter. Yeah, Peter's is it's still Peter.
It's this cool chase scene of them trying to attach houses to a ship and fly out of the atmosphere before Groot arrives.
Do they have a new ship?
They have just I don't know. It's just like this. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not the one they had before.
I just always get bothered when the Guardians in the comics have the Milano. I always think that's dumb. It's the movie.
They
ship,
had
you know?
what did they have?
Ryder.
Last? Yeah, Ryder was
Because of
one.
Winona Ryder, and I'm like, it's too movie-y, I think, but whatever.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it worked though. But then there's a fun when E-Wings run when he calls it the Rider and Richard Rider Nova's like after me. It's like I don't think so.
No, when
Rocket's like I don't think
funny.
so.
That's very funny. I like that a lot.
But yeah, Groot Fall is basically this thing where Groot, like every single plant on the planet, like comes out of it. What's sorry, it emerges. Like the roots of the planet emerges from the dirt and just kills everything.
I'd love that you have to rephrase it just because that joke is so.
like,
oh, whoa!
It like just kills everyone there. So they were able to get only one house out in this issue. They were carrying like two houses full of people. One of them fell and Groot killed them all. And the last phrase that said, "Did they make it? Are they alive?" And Mantis goes in the comment says, "No, Peter, they are Groot."
That's kind of cool. I like,
Damn.
I like that. What's the team?
Damn.
What's the team?
The team right now is Star-Lord, Nebula, Mantis, Gamora, Drax, but they said there's more out there.
Oh my god, there's so many women, dude. My god.
Yeah. It's also like very MCU team. Man, why is Mantis here?
Mantis was on
Rocket Raccoon dead?
the first Guardians team.
They
Is
mentioned
Rocket
Rocket. They mentioned Rocket, but then they're just like, Rocket's not here. We like someone says, "Where's the raccoon?" And Peter's like, "Rocket's not here."
He's been
angry.
Grooted.
So, which is what Donny Cates did too. It's like
That's literally what Donny Cates did. Yeah.
Yeah.
You say why was Mantis? Mantis was on that first team with at the Abnett and Landing run.
I know, but we haven't really seen her do anything in like 20 years, and now she's just a Guardians of the Galaxy.
And now he's back, and I don't know what to do.
Okay. Yeah, that's the comic. So hey, here
you talk about wait. What about Miles Morales?
Oh yeah, he has a sword. They did a
so
Flash.
Miles, I saw this on my friend sent me this, but it's basically Miles is able to create a like, using his venom electricity, a sword.
What?
And then they're like, how can you do that? And he's like, I don't know either. And the tweet said like, that radioactive spider really gave Peter Parker like jack shit. Like Miles gets these sick ass powers and Peter just gets like, he gets his uncle killed.
That reminds me of season 9 of The Flash or whatever, when the Flash and Reverse Flash fight with lightsabers against Godspeed. Remember that?
Yeah,
yes,
I said remember.
It's basically what happened.
I said remember that, like anyone here, including me, ever watched that show.
But I do remember. I mean, I saw the clip.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was like the first arc ending. Miles gets beat up so bad that he basically almost dies. But who saved him?
It's just a Spider-Man thing.
Yeah, basically.
Like, what's up, danger?
Like, what danger?
I can't think of. Why can't I think of her name for some reason? Okay.
It should be the podcast.
Misty Knight.
Danger.
Misty Knight. Misty Knight brings him to because this villain blew up Miles's house.
Did they give her a robot arm in Defenders or not?
They cut her arm off in Defenders, and they gave her the robot in Iron Fist or Luke Cage. Maybe.
Oh, they did give her one in. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, basically she saves Miles. She says like, you know what, we're gonna take care of like you're building everything. We're gonna make sure your family's safe. We're gonna rebuild everything. You're just gonna have to stay in like Shield headquarters until it's all good. In the meantime, Miles, I saved your life. I'm doing all this. I'm bringing up your family. In return, you have to be my intern when you heal. So Miles is going to be
Misty Knight. What is she doing?
She's a detective.
Chop off his arm.
Oh, she's a detective. Okay.
So Miles is gonna. Yeah, it ends with Miles saying, "I think I'm officially a detective," and it's like next issue he's.
They were gonna do that. What is Misty Knight and Colleen Wing, the Daughters of the Dragon? They were gonna do that.
Oh
again?
yeah.
It's still called the Daughters of the Dragon.
Yeah.
I said next issue is probably going to be like Miles being a detective, but it's Carnage.
What?
Oh shit! The greatest Marvel character, bro.
Next is an arc called Carnage Reigns, and Iron Man's in it.
Oh yeah,
Yo, the two best Marvel characters.
But yeah, that's this week's comics. So now JD's in the room.
What?
Yeah. JD's joining the call.
Yeah, he was asking about it in the chat.
Bullshit. If it's Tom, I'm gonna lose my shit. I don't want to see Tom. I want it to be JD. Please be JD.
It could be Tom.
He's getting a signal out of the quantum realm finally.
I just heard.
Can you hear me?
You feel in charge.
JD, can we hear you?
What was your plan? Crashing this Zoom meeting?
Oh no! Wait.
Hello, JD.
Look, guys, I escaped the quantum realm for a little bit. I got a signal.
Sounds like you're still fucking in it, pal. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, he got an antenna. He's signaling out.
Hold on. Let me know if this is better. Let me know if
he's going. He's like leaving Kang's like office room.
Is this better?
Actually,
that is better. Yeah.
Okay, I've escaped.
Well, what's up?
We talked about Teen Titans already, but
fuck. That's all I wanted to join for. God damn it.
But if you want to still talk about it,
dude, is Mark Waid like not the GOAT? Like, I mean,
that's what I said, JD. GOAT. That's what I said. It's gonna bring my love for DC back to life, man. This is big.
Even though you're not reading World's Finest, you bozo, and refuse to read.
That's also what I said. That's also what I said.
You're a poser. You're such a poser.
You can't. You don't know that though. Listen, JD, thoughts on the Penguin trailer?
The funniest thing about Mark Waid writing Teen Titans is that like everyone's gonna love this book and everyone's gonna shit all over Tom Taylor's Titans, and it's gonna be like the same team more or less. But like it's just gonna show you that like, man, Mark Waid is just a step above everybody.
Hunter said he was gonna read this book and not the Tom Taylor one.
Yeah.
Well, Hunter also has a million things on his pull list and like stuff that he probably doesn't even read because he doesn't know how to read.
I have too many things on the list. So yeah, and you know, I'm spending a lot of money just to look at pictures. So
yeah.
JD.
They're pretty pictures.
What's up?
Penguin trailer.
I mean, who cares?
It's like The Sopranos, but Batman.
Okay, and I've already seen The Sopranos.
His...
I hate. My biggest pet peeve is when we have to describe something as like, well, like my parents.
It's Sopranos meets
show.
Jaws.
It's like, Peaky Blinders. It's British Sopranos, or Yellowstone. It's Western Sopranos. I've already seen The Sopranos. I'm good. I'm settled.
JD, do you think Robert Pattinson will appear in this show? Because Hunter and I have bet $50 either way on it.
Wait, who said? First of all, Hunter shouldn't be betting any money because he doesn't have any money.
That's what I said too.
Movie's not up for a year. I got a year to save $50.
Oh my god!
I think that Robert Pattinson will be in like one episode.
I don't think he will be.
I also think he will be, but I did not put money on it.
I mean, I think it could be like a small cameo thing. Why not?
Fuck. Shit.
Yeah, Harper, you're fucked.
I mean, if Hunter somehow wins this though, like $50 is game changing to him.
I could find
that is true. Yeah.
Move out. You can finally get to a new place.
I'll just have to I'll have to defund one of my dirt shacks. I do have 10,000 of them.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hey JD, question: can you see us?
Yeah, I can see you guys. I got Zoom right now on the mobile, and it's
That
like
creeps me the
whoever
fuck
talks
out.
is who shows up. So it's just like rotating like between the three of you.
It just creeps me out that you're just an ominous gray square that says J space
J space
D.
D.
It's not even like JD.
I literally
together.
downloaded the Zoom app to try to get on this real quick. I couldn't remember my password, so I had to reset it. Like this was like a 10-minute setup for me just to figure out. And then I'm like, wait, what the hell's the Zoom link? It was a whole pain, but I'm here.
Why does your internet quality and your voice sound better on this than it does when you're like actually set up? Like usually you're
really
kind of
good.
muffled, but you sound really
It's
good
that
right
quantum realm Wi-Fi, bro.
now. Yeah.
I guess me sitting in the car is going to be the new Zoom setup because whatever the quality, best quality.
It's okay, JD. We revealed that my room is just a set on a studio back lot in like a warehouse.
Yeah. And he gets
He
off
explains
the
all the hot
set every
dogs, man.
podcast and he drops the accent because he actually doesn't have the accent. He's doing a character right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a character. We're finally
Yeah.
admitting this.
There's a lot of reveals this episode.
This is my real voice. I'm actually the reincarnation of whatever his name is. What's his name? Stan Lee.
Stan Lee.
Stan Lee.
Whatever his name is.
you know the guy.
That's
the
Michael
guy.
Keaton.
That's true. That was
Did
Michael Keaton.
Did I make Stanley a Nazi like 2 years ago on this show?
Yeah.
Probably.
You made him the devil. I don't know if
Man.
you made him a Nazi. You made what's his name's grandma Hitler. Jason
Oh,
Statham.
Oh, Jason Statham's grandma was Hitler.
And you made his
okay.
dad a bulldog.
His
Mhm.
dad's a bulldog.
I
His
was-
grandma's Hitler.
I was
Which
more
is weird.
creative with my
It's a
humor
weird-
back then.
You know, what's
It was
called?
like chaotic.
family line,
but-
but
Oh, really, Hunter? Really chaotic. My humor, really.
It was like we were doing the podcast with the Joker. That's what it felt like every night.
Yeah, but Hunter, what's the point of doing all that work if you can't lift a bloody log? Bringing it back.
Has there been a lot of Michael Caine on this episode?
That's
No,
the first
not
one.
at all,
None.
actually.
We would appreciate you if you could give us some.
All fucking week I've been saying like a diamond, the size of a
It's a
tangerine, but I have a
ruby.
shitty Michael Caine. So
Ruby. JD, can I just want to tell you, I'm really excited that you've shown up now, like so far through, and we can't see you because now I can put a white silhouette on the thumbnail and say who is the mystery guest, just for it to be you. I'm like, I'll get those clicks, and it's just gonna be JD, ominous gray square.
oh my god.
It's funny.
The best guess. But yeah, JD, we actually sort of just finished. We were about to talk about what a hero story listeners were sending us because they were sending us questions.
The listeners have sent us a bunch of questions and a bunch of like topics and stuff to talk about, JD, and you've shown up at a perfect time, really.
Fantastic. Lay it on me.
Okay, I'll hit you guys with the first one.
Read the username too.
The username, this is from our boy Bruce Stevens. Bruce is the GOAT.
Big
He
fan of
said,
Bruce.
can you
Love
talk
Bruce.
about this little known fan film called Spider-Man? Okay, moving on. Rob Ambrose says, have Tyler read Hellblazer.
Oh, what, Constantine? I think didn't somebody comment that last week as well?
Yeah.
You guys have to force me to read it.
That would be a pretty
Okay.
long podcast episode if we just made him read it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that'd be hours and hours.
The entire
Can I
episode
get a
just be-
drink? No.
That would be the entire episode. I'll do it.
I
I'll
get a
fucking read
drink.
Hellblazer. I
No.
definitely will. Eventually, by the time I die, I'll have read Hellblazer. So
Gee,
By the time you've
What if
died,
you-
you'll probably have read every comic though. Like you'll run out of shit.
Yeah.
that's true. But you know,
He's gonna-
you
he's-
know,
You're going to read
So-
like the final issue of Jed McKay's Avengers, and then you're going to go out of your hut and watch the sunset on a grateful universe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
One of that final issue is like issue 7.
Issue 4.
It's so bad it gets canceled.
Rob again follows up with, what are they more inclined to read between the new Teen Titans and Teen Titans? Well, we kind of covered
We
that.
kind of did
We
that.
did cover that. That's interesting.
Wade's Teen Titans, yeah.
Dom
Smart way.
Gomez Art says, why aren't you guys reading Batman Deadly Duo? I don't know what that is, Dom.
That's the Batman and Joker team up.
Oh, fuck.
Well, that answers your question right
Yeah,
there.
that's why.
It's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of that book actually.
Good old Matthew Decaf Coffee says, thoughts on Junkyard Joe?
I actually have every issue, but I'm waiting for the 6th one to come out so I could read it 1 through 6.
Oh, you haven't even read
Every
it.
issue. just
No,
the way
I
you said
figured,
that,
like,
I
I'd-
have
I'd
every
rather read
issue,
them,
all
like,
5 of
together,
them.
So
Let's is interesting. Ideal Avengers and Justice League lineups.
Oh, that's an interesting
That's a
question.
long
Daredevil,
question,
Doctor
man.
Strange, Superman, Wonder Woman.
Morbius.
They've done the ideal,
but like the John
Justice League,
How
Carpenter
right?
about
the thing, not the
to make
Fantastic
it
Four.
easier, so we're not just naming characters? How about a team that already exists?
Yeah, the ideal Justice League, I think, is the cartoon one, right? And I mean, I'm not too hot on Martian Manhunter or fucking Hawkgirl, but I still think they work on that team. I would pick that.
They're good in that show. Like,
Yeah,
really
I
good.
think
But I
that's
would
the
argue that
ideal Justice League.
Hawkgirl and Jon Stewart are boring as fuck in the comics.
Oh, I forgot about Jon
Yeah.
Stewart. I don't want him on that actually.
I would say New
Hal.
52's last team with like Captain Cold on the team.
and Billy as well, right?
Shazam. Yeah,
I think this
Shazam,
is one of the
Lex
Tyler
Luthor.
points that I agree with. Like whenever they make someone else the leader of the Justice League, like let's make Jon Stewart the leader of the Justice League. No, it's fucking Superman. Make
It's Superman.
weak.
Yeah. When they gave Martian Manhunter they made him the leader. It's like you give the guy with no emotion, with no humanity, with no redeeming qualities, the ugliest dude, the most disgusting character. You give him the keys
Damn,
to
why
the
you have to bring
kingdom.
up him being
They
ugly?
made
Come
him
on,
different. Yeah.
It's true. It's
I don't even
true.
have a face right now.
The ideal
you-
Avengers, though, is
Do you
the.
mind when Batman's the leader?
I just don't get it. I just don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like
Okay.
when anyone else is the leader, I just have to wonder that everyone else is like, who the fuck let them get in charge? Because everyone would agree that Superman should be in charge. But, you know, it's like
You're right.
when Superman and Wonder Woman and Batman gave Dick Grayson, they were like, "You're the leader now." If I was anyone in the DC universe, I would just be like, "No, he's a guy. Like we have a guy that's in charge. Why you can't just give it to someone else?"
Well, Tyler, can I
Superman.
ask you something?
Yeah.
Do you feel in charge?
You know what I like about Secret Wars 84 is that like Storm's like, I'm the leader of the X-Men, and then Charles Xavier's like, yeah, take a back seat, Toots. I'm the leader of this. Like, I'm charging.
You would like that, JD, wouldn't you? You would
That's
like
That's
great.
literally how X-Men was going, though.
an older man going toots.
Scott left at that point, and Storm was in charge. And then eventually Scott comes back. He's like, I'm in charge again, baby. Like, that's literally what he does. I don't know the ideal Avengers, though. I would say the original Avengers plus Cap, and then also add Wanda and Vision.
Oh, so you want Wasp and Hank Pym on the team?
Yeah, I think they're. I
think
mean, there's
they're
a
good,
reason
yeah.
they're the classic team. Hulk,
Eh.
Thor, Iron Man, Ant-Man, Wasp, Captain America, Vision, Scarlet Witch.
Well,
Hulk.
actually, if we're talking about the original Avengers team, Captain America didn't join.
That's
till
what I
issue
said.
4.
I prefaced it. I did say that.
He did press it.
It might not be
I'm
ideal.
gonna say-
counterpoint. I don't care.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say all the Illuminati members
That was me. Yeah, I was gonna say
because
that.
there's no.
I was gonna say Hickman's Illuminati.
I mean, they're
Yeah,
technically
right,
the new
exactly.
Avengers
That is
or
the
whatever.
new Avengers.
They
Yeah.
are technically the new
Like the first team
Avengers,
is just that the Illuminati, but like T'Challa's there.
Yeah.
Avery
Beast.
McKinnon. Is Dan Slott and Nick Spencer's Amazing Spider-Man worth reading? In retrospect, probably. I'm gonna
God,
guess.
am I the only person that can answer this?
Yeah, I've read Nick
Maybe.
Spencer's,
Yeah.
but
Dan Slott. So if you want to read Dan Slott's, you got to start at the actual beginning of his run because he wrote a lot of Spider-Man before he started his own run. I think that's 6/4/28, maybe actually, or maybe 48 or something like that. It's big time. That's where it starts. I like it. I think it's not that bad. You get to like this post Secret War stuff, and it just goes off a cliff because Peter's running Parker Industries, and that's dumb as fuck. And then he still keeps writing it for like another couple of years after that, which is ridiculous.
he's writing it
And then
right
I think
now
if you-
too.
I think if you read Nick Spencer's run, I said this in the chat the other day. I really don't think it was that bad. I think people shit on it too much. I think Nick Spencer had the best voice for Peter Parker since One More Day. I think he got that character really well. That fell off a cliff because Marvel clearly was like, we'll let you undo One More Day, and then they got cold feet and didn't let him undo One More Day.
yeah.
But I still think they're worth reading. I don't think they're that bad.
I am the only
Right
thing
on,
I know
dude.
about the Dan Slott run is that when it was happening, people were like, Dan Slott is holding Spider-Man hostage, and I thought that was
Yeah, well,
very
because
funny.
he wrote the book. He wrote 600, he wrote 700, and he wrote 800. That's how many fucking issues of
Wow.
Spider-Man he
Whoa.
wrote. Yeah, he actually held that character.
I was gonna say, has he written the most Spider-Man issues? But that's
He
probably
has.
not true.
No, he has. He's written like a
Oh.
quarter of every all Amazing Spider-Man issues that exist.
That's not okay. You can't let that happen.
I know.
No
I
one
know.
man should have all that power.
No one should have all that power. Wow.
But it's that's actually
that means
true.
if you go, I'm a massive Spider-Man fan, but
you could
not
have
the
just
slot
read
era.
Dan Slott.
You're saying
yeah.
like,
Or no,
yeah, that's like a whole 30 fucking percent of Spider-Man. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, it's also because post One More Day, it was fucking 3 times a month that there was an Amazing Spider-Man issue.
Isn't that when they had
would
like
do
4
that?
writers too, like Zeb Wells?
Yeah, it was
didn't
Zeb
Mark
Wells,
Waid
it
do
was-
some stuff.
Yeah, what's his name? Dan Slott. Yeah, he was writing that. Yeah, it was 3
Yeah.
issues a month.
That's
What the
crazy.
fuck.
Yeah. Had
Wow.
a good
Okay.
time.
Avery McKinnon also says, I think they just want our opinion on like, what they should read. But is New 52 and Rebirth Green Lantern worth reading? Same for
Yes.
Flash in New 52.
Yes, it is.
The
Yeah.
first 4 volumes of the Flash in New 52. Fuck the
Yeah, skip
next
the
5.
Venditti stuff.
No, but
Skip
read the
all
issue
of
with the
that
Riddler
shit.
or whatever.
Oh, full stop. That's a great book. I love that story.
And, name one thing about it.
Well, I like the part where the Riddler goes, riddle me this, and then Barry just puts him in prison. 'Cause
That's how
what he
that
would
story
do.
should have been. It should have been 1 page.
The Rogues are in it too.
Rebirth Green Lantern is. I mean, Howlin' Pals is so good.
It's amazing. Even Green Lanterns with Sam Humphries is very good.
Rob Ambriz says, if you could have 5 DC books and 5 Marvel books only, what would they be? Let's go DC
forever.
first.
Is this saying like take
New
it to a desert
Frontier,
island?
Watchmen, New Frontier, Watchmen.
I think he's.
uh,
Oh, I read that as like he's saying that they only publish 5 books going.
Yeah,
forward.
That's
that's
what I
what I was
read
thinking.
too. Yeah.
if you could have 5 DC books and I imagine it's just like these are the only ones in existence. Everything is
I
erased.
guess what? Batman, Superman, Justice League, Green
No.
Lantern, Wonder Woman, Flash.
That's 6.
It's 6.
Fuck. Oh, who am I cutting? Wonder Woman. Fuck me.
I was
No. I'll
Oh.
cut the Flash. I'll cut the
I was
Flash.
about to say, I'm
okay.
surprised you're not cutting the Flash. You hate the Flash.
Yeah, I'll cut the Flash.
He's too fast. You can't cut him.
That's true. If
Shut
I
the
could catch
fuck
up to
up,
him, I would cut him. Marvel, though. I mean, I guess Marvel, Spider-Man, Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men. Oh shit.
That's it. That's all I read.
Captain
Iron Man.
America.
Iron Man.
Mm,
Iron Man.
mm.
For me, I do for
I think.
Marvel. I think I do Avengers, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Daredevil, and Thor.
Oh shit! I forgot about Daredevil.
Forgot about
And
Daredevil.
I would still pick Iron Man. I'd still pick Iron Man.
Damn.
DC, Batman.
Damn.
DC, I do Batman, Justice League, Superman, Green Lantern. Do I have one left? I think I have
Yeah.
one left. Aquaman. Even I'm laughing at that.
Name 3 Aquaman books that aren't like from New 52 onwards. Go.
You know what's fucked up? I was defending Aquaman yesterday because there was someone, and I was like, we were in the middle of class, and she was like, "Oh, Aquaman sucks." I was like, he really does it though. And then I got into, I was like, I don't care. I actually don't care what people think about Aquaman. Why the fuck am I defending him? And then I saw like Hunter over my shoulder speaking in my ear. I was like, oh, that's why.
Put his hand. You felt his hand.
Yeah.
Aquaman by Dan Abnett, Aquaman by Kelly Sue Thompson.
You're naming all things
Kelly
after
Sue
the new
DeConnick.
52.
Yeah.
Kelly
Name
Sue
anything
DeConnick.
after the New 52.
Not Kelly
These
Sue
are
Thompson.
these are after the new 52.
No.
No,
Name one
before,
thing
sorry.
pre-2011.
Pre-New
Okay.
Sub Diego.
Yeah,
When
the one
San
where he has the
Diego
hook hand,
falls
the one where he has
into the
hook hand.
ocean
Don't worry,
and they all become
you like
Aquaman.
You like the one
Yeah.
in 1 year later when there's another guy named Arthur Curry who takes up the Aquaman role,
Yeah,
not related to him?
yeah, and
was the
the
first time
one
you
where
started that.
his baby son dies.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
It's
Smothered
the
by
same.
Black
Hunter
Manta.
likes the death of children.
That's true. We know.
Right. This is a good question. This is also from Rob. What's a live action / animated adaptation that has surpassed the comic it was based on?
Spider-Verse.
Civil War.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Civil War.
It is Civil War, isn't it? Fuck.
and Spider-Verse. If we're doing
Spider-Verse. Okay, Spider-Verse, Civil War. I mean, there's
Infinity
probably
War.
others, right?
Was Spider-Verse an
Infinity War-
adaptation, or is that just like a similar idea and done in a different way?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
It's
an adaptation of like Miles's run, maybe.
But
It's
also,
a
like-
combination, of, I guess, of a bunch of different
Yeah.
books. But Infinity War is a weird one because it's called Infinity War, but it's not based
It's
on Infinity War.
Gauntlet. Yeah.
And Infinity and Infinity Gauntlet are still pretty good. So I wouldn't say it's like far better than
Yeah.
those.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
I think Civil War is the answer though, and No Way Home, because No Way Home fucking took one more day.
Oh
and that
yeah,
made
that's a
that
good
work.
point. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
So yeah.
I
And
would
that's
say the
also
Walking Dead
Spider-Verse-y.
TV show. I'm kidding.
What
I'm
the
kidding.
Man, stop acting.
Stop
thought
acting
JD
like
was
you
gonna
know
go
the way
Penguin.
ahead, like you know the rules.
The
Man, you don't
Penguin.
want to joke about that. JD will bring Kang onto the call.
It's so. I actually can't think of any others now, honestly.
JD is in a car. Oh shit, that's true.
I am in a car.
You can't have Kang on the call.
Okay,
That's not good.
Mike Hansford says Henry Cavill's tiny hands. Does he have small hands, or is he just really
so.
buff and it makes his
There's
hands?
no
look
way he
small?
has small hands.
No.
He might
think,
have small hands.
I think he does have kind of small hands, but I think
Let's
it's
look
because
him
he's
up.
so
Henry-
ridiculously.
Is
buff.
it weird if I Google Henry Cavill's hands?
That's not
No,
weird.
I've googled.
You've
I've
Googled
googled
weirder.
feet. I've googled his balls before.
I'm sure
Did
you
it come
have.
up? Did anything come up?
I think
I've
it's
never
just
thought
because
of him
he's
having
buff.
small hands.
He's just buff. He's just buff, and it makes his hands look smaller.
Mhm.
Yeah, like if you told me like someone like Harper has tiny hands, I believe it. I mean, he's only like 5'1".
Hey, look at his
He's got
There was
small
that.
hands?
There was that day where I was holding my fingers like this. You guys are like, "Why is
Yeah.
your hand so small?"
He's
And
got
I had to be
like if you've seen Titans Go to the Movies, how Robin like under the
Yeah,
glove
Robin
has
has
like
little baby
baby
hands.
hands. Yeah.
It
Like his
doesn't
hands
look
just
like
never
he's got
grew.
small hands. I think it looks
That's why he
like,
wears
oh
the
my god, I
gloves.
mean, this picture looks like he's got very tiny hands. But I think it probably has proportionally sized hands.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah, I don't know.
But yeah.
Great
That's
question.
also. I think that's the
He
only
might have
question.
small hands. He might have small hands, actually.
Oh.
Now that I look at it, he might have kind of small hands. Maybe.
Ah.
Potentially.
Robin's
Okay, well, okay.
large.
Our thoughts on his small hands.
Useful for
Black
building
Adam.
computers?
We need to talk. Well, oh yeah.
We should talk.
I don't know how Houchins Gavin. You know that guy.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
no, actually
He said, "Worst comic book run in your opinion?" Night from the West.
Mm,
Oh,
yeah.
easy.
Well,
That's a
technically,
good
it's
one.
not
Yeah,
a
that's a
run.
good
It's only
one.
one issue, but it's
Yeah.
so
Still
bad
less
that it out.
Well, anything from the
Uh,
Stranger in the Night universe.
Hey!
the worst run
Worst
ever.
comic book run.
ever, because I could say the worst stories ever, but
I
the
mean,
worst
it's
run
hard
is
to pick a
tough.
run that is like bad.
Because I don't,
bad,
because he
they
just
typically
drop
get
it, you wouldn't
canceled.
read it. Yeah, or
Yeah.
you wouldn't read it at all.
Yeah.
I mean, what about like Megan
Oh my God.
Fitzmartin's Tim
No,
Drake? I don't know. I've
The
read
Amazing Spider-Man by Sal Blouse.
it. I have no idea. Actually, that's a
Young
difficult
Justice by
question.
Brian Michael Bendis.
Oh,
That's a bad one.
Yeah, that is a bad one.
I don't know.
I
I
can't
actually
think of
don't know.
I can't think of a comic that I hated enough and stayed on.
That's
Yeah,
what
that
I'm
I
saying,
read.
you
See
don't
how
stick with it.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. The worst comic ever, I think, is One More Day. So I mean, I could just say that, but I don't know about
No,
worst.
it's got to be like
run.
All Star Batman and Robin the Boy 1.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
All Star Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder's at least fucking hilarious. You know, like that's that.
It's
There's
shock
some
value,
value
yeah.
in it.
It's like hilarious, but like you read it and you're just like, how did this get approved?
Yeah, but I mean, but One More Day sucks. I don't know. One More Day sucks
Well,
worse.
like,
One More Day doesn't have
the
Jim Lee
editor was
art.
reading like the script for All Star and was like, wow, like I really like the part where Batman called Robin the R word and asked if he was
Yeah.
dense. Like
The script
yeah.
is
hey, I
actually
mean,
so
I know it's
funny.
a little
You
weird,
know
but
the
Frank
script
Miller
is
wrote Year
online.
One.
The script is online, and there's like an ass shot of Vicky Vale in the first issue, and Frank Miller wrote like, "Listen, I'm not even gonna try to hide it. Just draw Vicky's ass." Like he literally just says that. That's
And
like in
Jim
the
Lee
script.
understood the assignment.
Yeah, it was very detailed.
Damn. Wow. Okay. Rob again. Rob has sent
There's
in
some
quite
other
a few.
people. Harper,
We
just some
got to
other
limit
people.
Rob. Nah, because then I'll be out of order.
We have like 50 people on here, and you're just doing the same guy.
Okay. No,
We
but
love you,
like
Rob.
some. Yeah, we do. God, oh wow, there is a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going.
We
with it.
won't answer
If you
every
could meet-
single one.
If you could meet any celebrity, there's not that many. If you could meet any celebrity and have an hour conversation with them, who would it be?
Zachary Levi.
Doja Cat.
You already met Zachary Levi.
But an hour conversation?
Conversation.
If I could
Oh,
Instagram
I
Live
got
on
nothing to
during
talk
that.
about. An
I-
hour conversation. I'm taking the dinner with Jay-Z. No, I don't know. An hour conversation.
JD,
I don't think
you're-
there's any celebrity that I like enough that I was like, oh, I really need an hour.
that's
to
still
talk to them.
alive.
It'd be so
JD
I was
awkward.
gonna
be
say,
like,
I was gonna
"Well, I'm
say
gonna pick
Mark
Dick
Wade,
York."
but you did that on this show. So
Yeah,
Mark
yeah.
Waid,
I've
yeah.
already met my hero.
Tom King.
it's Keanu Reeves or Robert Downey Jr. for me. It's one of the two.
I can only imagine what an hour like. And think about how long
I'ma
an
hang
hour
out
is.
with-
Like you tell Robert Downey Jr. like, oh, I grew up on Iron Man. He's like, thanks, kid. And you're just like,
I'm
It's
hanging
like,
out
oh,
with
that's
59
Pedro.
minutes.
Really
Yes.
liked you in Chaplin and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
I was a big
and
fan of you as Dr. Doolittle.
Sherlock.
I'm hanging out with Pedro
Oh.
for an hour.
Ooh,
Ah,
that's a good.
one.
Oh,
That's a
that's
good
actually
one.
a really good one. Yeah.
Boo,
Yeah.
boo.
John Favreau would be
Pedro.
a good dude to talk. Oh, Filoni, dude.
Fuck Filoni.
He'd just be talking
I
like
don't mean
this.
that.
And you'd be like, yeah. Okay, fine. Rob says,
Oh my god, bro.
it's not a
move
question.
on.
It's not a question. It's
Move
not a
on.
question. He says, huge fan of the podcast. Keep up the great work. It's a nice little comment in
you.
the middle.
We love you, Rob.
Thank you.
I didn't want to read this, but the way he's written it is so funny. He then says, will you guys do a Spider-Man Lotus watch along? And then in all caps it says, what did that Peter do?
I think
What
we know what
didn't-
that Peter did.
Yeah, we know
Yeah,
exactly
we
what
know.
that Peter
We
did
know,
right
we
now.
know. Comic Germ, non-Marvel/DC comic you really want to read.
What's up,
Want to
Jeremy?
read?
Fire
I would love
power.
to read Invincible.
Berserker.
I would love to read Invincible.
Shut up, Tyler. Shut up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm doing
stop
that right
acting
now.
like
The
you
one by
were
Robert
way ahead.
Kirkman and Chris Samney. That's a great creative team, and I've
Mhm.
heard nothing but great things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
I'm
know,
kind of
honestly.
doing it right now with Hellboy. And
Oh,
I'm liking it.
Something is killing the children. That's on my reading
Ooh,
list. I
that's
really
That's a
want to
good
read
book.
that.
That's really
yeah.
good.
Mid.
Actually, don't
mid,
know. I have no.
Mid.
It's
Mid.
good.
Mid.
JD said mid. JD said mid.
JD thinks the Batman is mid.
Leduki says,
True.
part one. What are you guys' opinion on the hate Marvel / superhero movies have been getting? Some
we've
people
done
are
it
real.
Talked about it, right?
Yeah, we've talked
Yeah,
about it.
we've
Some
talked
people are
about it.
real sooky bitches that cry online just to get clicks.
But I
and some
also
people
do
have some
think-
genuine criticism.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of genuine like criticisms that are out there, but I also
Absolutely.
do think that it is kind of the popular thing now to do.
Yeah, and
And his
I still love it, but yeah, I do get it.
some of it is definitely
It's still
warranted.
real to me, damn it.
We're just
He
a
follows on with part two. Where do you guys think the hate for the genre will lead to?
They're
World
gonna stop
Better
making
movies
these
being made.
James Gunn getting lots of money, man.
No, I think they're gonna stop making them. I think that's actually what's gonna happen.
If
I
that
think they'll
continues,
taper
but
out, maybe.
I think Guardians 3 might help a lot. But then we have Wonder Man.
I don't think it will help a lot.
Well,
I think it'll
Guardians
be
3,
a
you have to
good
think
movie,
about-
and that's it.
No, Guardians 3 does matter though, because not only is it like the one corner of the MCU that people like unabashedly still care about, but it's also like if this is bad, then nobody's gonna go see James Gunn's universe, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah.
So it needs
Nah,
to be
they will.
good on
They will.
all fronts.
People will absolutely go and see. The general audience isn't going into Guardians going, this movie needs to be really good for James Gunn's DC.
No, but if
universe."
it is bad, they'll go, why will I see a James Gunn Superman movie?
no, they won't even know that James Gunn directs that
James
Superman.
Gunn
They'll
is
just
like
go,
they will absolutely
no, they
James
will
Gunn will
not.
absolutely make his Superman
we must
movie
be in
the-
different countries, man. If I walk down the street and I went,
We
"Who's
are
directing
in
the new
different
Superman?"
countries.
I mean, like our culture must be so different because people here would not fucking know that
Your
like
culture is
James,
different.
that
You want
James
kangaroos.
Gunn. No one would know
Tyler
that James
avoids
Gunn is
subway
directing it.
rats. You're
And if
not
I
the
said
same.
who's James Gunn, they would have no idea. They would have
But
no
the
idea.
the thing about
They wouldn't
James
care.
Gunn is he puts his face out there a lot when it comes to
Yeah, he's
making
always
his
the
movies.
face of his things.
And like he's the only person I know that when his movies come out and all the Funko Pops come out, there's a James Gunn Funko next to like the Star Lord. Why?
or like Kevin Smith does that too. But
Don't,
yeah,
It-
don't you
it's-
own
it
all
will
the
not-
James Gunn pop stuff?
I don't have the Suicide Squad one, but all
I
the
think
others,
it's
yeah.
extremely naive to think that we, who are in the minority of the people that watch these movies and know
Sure.
the people working behind them, as if 95%
that
of
trailer
the
though,
population
the
give a
Superman
fuck.
trailer is gonna say "From the mind that brought you the Guardians."
Yeah.
saga," or
And
whatever,
that's
you
gonna
know?
matter. That's gonna matter to a few people, sure. But most of the people that go and
That's
see
gonna matter
Superman,
to people if they see. But
most
you know what
of the
I
people that are-
goddamn mean, you stupid fuck. You know what I,
I
mean?
know, but it's not gonna tank the movie or tank
not
the
s-
genre. People
Wait,
are
can you
gonna see
imagine
it
the
'cause
Superman trailer starts with like from the minds that brought you Guardians 1 through 3 and Scooby Doo 1 and 2. Dude, that'd be awesome.
Romeo and
That would go
Juliet.
pretty hard.
Yeah. I know what you
next-
mean, but you're also wrong.
I know what you mean, but you're also wrong. Fred Talks Comics says pick a DC character to move over to Marvel for a 12-issue series. Dr. Manhattan.
Doomsday Clock 2.
Doomsday Clock
For a
2.
12-issue series, like
I'm
in
gonna
the Marvel
say-
universe, or of them just crossing over Marvel characters?
I imagine
guess it's like a
them
crossover of them. into
crossover,
Marvel
but it's just
universe.
one character.
The easy answer is Batman or Superman. I mean, obviously.
I was just gonna say Superman.
I'm gonna say the Flash. I'm gonna say the Flash goes to another Earth, and it's just the Marvel universe. He's trying to get back.
Buried Allen already did it.
I think.
Oh, Buried
Superman-
Alien. They did do it.
I think Superman in the Marvel universe could be really funny because I always imagine it that he would just like he would be disgusted by it because everyone's so mean and they hate each other so much. He's just like, what happened? Like, what is up with this world?
Far out. It's Superman.
Yeah. Yes, that would happen as well.
Yeah.
I think that'd be funny.
Who would I say? Who is it? DC going over to Marvel?
Yeah.
Probably would be the Flash.
I
Just
think
because it
it'd be fun
makes
if it's
sense.
Wally, though?
Yeah, Wally.
Or Wally
yeah.
or Barry.
Yeah, Wally.
Wally.
No, the only good one.
Jay?
Trey says
Art?
Tyler's thoughts on the new Guardians of the Galaxy run and if they should have kept Ewing.
I
was the only
haven't
one who
read the
read it.
issue, but Hunter.
I read it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
but
read
nobody
it.
cares about Hunter's opinion. So next question.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's
answer.
cool.
I
We did
think
talk
they
about it
should've
earlier. It
kept
seems cool. I
Ewing.
will read it physically. I just haven't read it yet. But if they should have kept Ewing, I don't know. I think people move on. I think Ewing should be on like Fantastic Four or something. But
Would be cool.
yeah, I don't know.
I think Ewing's could have gone on a lot longer, but I do like the premise of this, how it's all Western like.
Yeah, it's cool. That's big.
Trey followed up with, is JD going to read Venom?
Never.
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 I will never read Donny Cates' Venom.
How
I
much
just
would
feel
it
like
cost?
I feel like
for
we'll
you
have
to
it for a
If
book
you see
club and we'll
Donny
have to
Cates'
read it.
Venom on my reading log, that means a scroll has taken me over.
Damn.
Scroll JD.
JD, how much would someone have to pay you?
I don't want the money. I don't want to read Venom. Venom sucks.
There's no money.
$1 million.
No.
There's even a 1% chance.
They what if someone has the cure for cancer, but they'll only give it to the world if you read Donny Cates' Venom.
I think we know what the answer is.
Okay.
Josh DeGrazia, The Oath.
It's so dumb.
King
Kev
talking.
Dork says, what musical artists / bands do you associate with your favorite fictional character? Unfortunately, the MCU made me in the way. AC/DC is apparently an integral part of Iron Man, now, thanks to the
I
MCU.
think I actually think Superman, when I think of Superman, I think he's like totally in love with Led Zeppelin. I think that like that's like my fan canon
Yeah.
or whatever, but
yeah.
I think that's probably really true.
Harper, 90s Wally West. I always think like Oasis.
Oh,
Kinda like-
interesting.
Kind of like
I was
very
thinking like
out there
Brian.
in the Speed Force, just chilling, listening to
For
like
s-
Wonderwall.
For some reason, I was today's gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back
Yeah, it's
to
not the
everybody
Australian
now.
national anthem.
By now, you should have sung him. That is like their like 8th best song. Anyway, I was
oh, sorry, go on.
I was
you
just
moving
gonna
on?
say, for some reason, when you said Flash JD, all I thought about was "Run to You" by Brian Adams.
I mean,
Like-
on the
Yeah.
nose.
That's it. No, but that's or "Baby We Were Born to Run." You'd like that. You'd like "Born to Run."
I
wouldn't
like
you?
that. Yeah, that works.
Do you like? Would you associate Frank Sinatra with I don't know, Goodfellas or something? Isn't that your favorite comic book character, Goodfellas?
Goodfellas is my favorite comic book character.
Or
Yes.
the Mr. Goodfella or whatever.
It's,
Yeah,
that
Mr.
is actually a
Goodfellas.
really interesting question since
It's
you know,
actually a
comics
great
are
question.
Silent. Like
Yeah.
I was thinking, like Miles Morales has a lot of hip hop. There's Post Malone. There's Jaden Smith. He did 2 songs for Miles Morales games.
Well,
he'd
I
be
think
on there.
Miles, I think he's like, I don't know
Or
if
the
this is accurate.
creator,
I don't know if it's
Charles Gambino.
entirely accurate, but I think like Playboy Cardi, I think like
No,
Kendrick
I
Lamar.
agree with that.
think,
I agree with
stuff
that.
like that.
Yeah, no. Tyler the Creator.
Barry Allen's got to be like a
Gambino.
jazz guy.
Yeah, Tyler, the Creator,
Harper,
absolutely.
you said like AC/DC and Iron Man are kind
Vince
of like
Staples.
they go together.
Well, it's because they've made
yeah,
it that
because
way,
because
Yeah.
of the movies. That's
Shout
what
it
happened with
down!
Eminem and Venom.
That's true.
That's
Yo!
true. That's true.
Venom and Eminem.
Now I'm reading
like, I'm
Donny Cates' Venom.
serious.
And
Let's
I
go.
also like there's certain characters I have no idea. Like I have no idea what music Peter Parker listens to. I doubt he listens to music. I just feel like he's like I don't know.
He listens to
He
the
like-
podcast while he's swinging.
I think Peter Parker
He
listens
does. He listens to J.
um,
Jonah Jameson's podcast.
Oh, he
No, but I
bought
think
tickets to Drake in that Avengers run we read.
I think he listens to musical scores of movies. I think he's one of those guys.
Oh,
That-
yeah.
I
that's
don't
kinda
know about
epic.
that. I don't know
would.
about that. I
He
don't know.
listens to Danny
100%.
Elfman.
Yeah, he's
He
walking
listens to,
down the
like,
street.
Evil Dead.
Well, back in the day, Peter would have definitely been like one of those hip hop is from the
Well, back in
devil
my day.
guys. So, like back like when he was invented, he would have been like that. Not hip hop.
Peter would
rock
be
and
a
roll.
part of like this satanic panic.
Yeah, well, yeah, but he would
The
just
Satanic
because
Panic, wow.
just because he would want to yell at
Dungeons
people.
and Dragons are poisoning our children.
True.
Well, he would just call them lazy. He'd just be like, "You're a bunch of lazy fucks playing dice." Because he's a dick.
Facts.
He was a dickhead.
He's not wrong. He's based.
That's a really good question. I honestly, I don't know. That
We can
takes
do like
lot.
a
I'm trying
full
to think.
video on that.
I do play.
Yeah,
I
that's a
like to
re-
make playlists on the characters I listen to, and I try to make it accurate to what they would listen to. So, like Superman, like I said, is a lot of like 60s, 70s rock stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
I like
I
that.
think
yeah.
like my favorite character. Yeah, I think that he would listen to that. Same with the Fantastic Four. I think they're kind of in the same thing.
Oh, they're definitely classic.
local comic who says which is better, Shazam's post-credit arc with Mr. Mind doing nothing, or Venom in the MCU? that's a pretty good
Oh, that's a
one.
great
I think
question. It's
Venom,
definitely
because it's
definitely
funny.
Venom in the MCU. So you're telling me there's a big green guy and he smashes
Yeah.
things, and
So
then
there's this
Iron Man-
guy in a
That's so
tin
much.
suit, and you're telling me that
and then the dude
Because
just like,
Venom's is funny. Mr. Mind
Yeah.
is like, oh, we're gonna see Mr. Mind one day. Never mind. And I think, never mind. But Venom's is funny.
yeah, it's gonna be Venom for sure.
We are
First Flash
drunk.
fan. Oh god, it's the worst part of that movie, isn't it?
Yes.
First Flash fan says, "Can you wish me a happy birthday, please? Happy birthday,
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Flash fan."
Harper.
Good Mark Wade impression.
Happy birthday, First Flash fan.
Happy birthday, First Flash fan.
That's nice. That's sweet. I hope you have a good birthday and lots of presents, and one of your family members doesn't die.
Wow.
Okay.
hope
Mikel
that too.
Garcia, Mikel Garcia says, "Young Justice," and then salute. I don't know what that means.
Yes, I salute back.
Yeah,
I
but
like
it's
the
salute.
Young Justice. I like Young Justice.
They've never
I
had a
realized- I
good
realized my
comic book.
camera's off, but I was saluting.
They've never had a good comic book. Right, moving on.
You're an idiot. You're a literal
Miguel,
idiot.
Miguel Garcia says comic wing Nightwing comic last issues. Has it been going not good? I don't know.
When was the
It's-
last issue? I feel like it's been a while.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not as strong as when it started, but I mean, it's. I mean, it's better than average. It's okay. It has too many Tumblr moments.
I mean, it's all right.
That was a good Toad,
Overrated
Tyler.
as fuck.
The Toad.
Overrated.
Yeah. Watch out, this guy's brother's gonna die.
Hey Hunter, do you know what
Don't eat
happens
that
to a
one,
toad
don't
when
eat
it
that
gets
one.
struck by lightning?
No.
Same thing that happens to everything.
Wow, I haven't heard that one.
Did you come up with that in
Brett-
yourself? By your own.
Bradley the Gamble has maybe my favorite comment that we've had in all of this, including the future ones. It says,
Just
says
read it.
if Barry Allen was based on a 1950s conservative man, is he racist? Yes.
Well,
yes,
there
he
is
he
that.
definitely
There
is.
is an issue. Isn't there a panel where he's talking about the Justice League and he's like, and I mean, he says something, he says the phrase token black, something like that,
Oh,
right?
that's right. Yeah.
It does say
Barry
that. So
Allen,
maybe.
Barry Allen definitely has some.
Well, he
So
was
January
well,
6th, he was there. Is all I'm saying.
we just didn't see him. No, but
He's too
Barry was
fast.
supposed to be what is it like? In
He's-
in terms of Ollie, Hal, Barry, where's Barry? Barry's in the center.
No, I
He's
think
like in
Bar-
the
I
middle
think
of them.
Barry's a
Like they're the two
centrist.
extremes, and he's the middle.
Yeah. So I
Sometimes
guess
people
he's
write
just a
Barry as
little racist.
really like he's like deeply conservative and angry about like anything
Yeah.
that
But that's-
Oliver Queen
that's
says. But it's
Hal
like
Jordan,
it's
though.
not. Yeah.
Well, I just
Um,
think he doesn't like Ollie. Is the thing. He'll just
Barry
disagree with
Allen, I
anything
think Barry
Ollie
Allen
says.
Barry Allen's like a centrist that like has some like
Hey, Barry
he
Allen
likes-
doesn't
I
mean,
vote.
think about it.
There's
He's
no
from-
way
he's from the
Barry Allen pays
Midwest,
attention.
and
to
Barry
he's a
politics.
Allen
police
doesn't
officer, so
vote.
being
That might be
conservative is
the-
not the most surprising thing. But
yeah, no, it's not. It's just that's the funniest comment ever. Barry Allen doesn't vote.
But there's no way he does. There's no way he
Yeah.
pays attention to politics.
Although the same thing can be said for Wally West. Mark Waid makes a big deal of Wally West being like, I don't want to pick a side. This shit is too complex. He literally does the Obi-Wan, oh, I'm not brave enough for politics.
That's a great arc, though, when he has to defend the guy that he doesn't like running
Yeah,
for,
that is good.
That's
That is a good arc. It's also a
Hunter
good
wouldn't
arc
know
because
he hasn't fucking read it.
Yeah, no, he hasn't. It's also a good arc because it's Mark Waid writing about politicians that he doesn't like agree with, but not like belittling them like they're the worst people on earth. It's nice to see that there was nuance back in the day.
I imagine JD yelling there was mostly because he's frustrated that he's still in the corner.
Yeah, he's not
Wait,
mad at you.
Kang!
He just has to get it
Kang!
out somehow.
No, Kang, it's not my time to go, please. Please.
Hey, JD is in a car. Oh, he's gone! No! Oh my god! Jonathan got to him. No!
Oh no!
Find the text. What does JD say in the text?
He's done. He's gone. He's gone.
Oh no!
Damn.
Oh well. Anyway, Smarmy Cube says best era of Marvel Comics.
Oh, come on, guys. Come on, man. You listen to this podcast, you know the fucking answer to that. It's
Bendis to
Avengers
Hickman.
disassembled to the end. And of course I'm gonna say people say Secret Wars. I think it's Secret Empire.
98, 2015.
Yeah, sure. Actually,
Okay.
I'll say 2000 from Ultimate Spider-Man 1 to
Okay.
Oh yeah, I agree with
publishing
that.
wise, Ultimate Spider-Man
I think-
2.
I think post Heroes
Secret Empire.
Reborn is the birth of the.
Well, they had to
The
try
Marvel
again as a
universe.
thing.
That's what I meant. It's the birth of the Marvel Universe. Secret Wars is the death of it, and that's the best.
Yep.
And then
They
Jim
had to
McKay's
try
bringing it
is the
back.
thing.
And then Doctor Strange got really good after that and did
Yeah.
nothing during that time, which is annoying. But anyway, last question or last thing. What title are y'all? Oh, this is Nate G or Nate
Nate?
TG.
Mhm.
Nate, what title are y'all? Do we have a group chat with Nate?
Florida?
Yeah, we do. Why do we have? I'm pretty sure Nate made a group chat with us one day, and we've just kept it. He's the only listener of the show that has his own group chat with us.
Yeah.
And he just posts things occasionally like, "Hey guys, did you see this?" And we're like, "Hi Nate, we forgot
yeah.
we had this group chat."
Yeah, he sent the Teen Titans news yesterday.
What's up, Nate?
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That's
I think we
hilarious.
all just liked it. We're like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Nate. So funny. Nate said, "What title are y'all enjoying the most? Excited the most for?" Oh, sorry.
Okay, you want me to say this?
it's a two-part question. Yeah, what are you all enjoying at the most, and what are you the most excited for in the Dawn of DC line?
For title, I'd say World's Finest is my favorite right now.
Yeah, I would
I'm
say
sure
that's-
Harper would agree.
Yeah.
Excited
Excited for the most. Oh, no, I like Action Comics, I'll say that. But or Superman. Excited for the most, probably Green Arrow.
Yeah, for me, I think it's Shazam by Mark Waid.
Mhm.
Fuck is
I'm
this
gonna say Green
panel?
Arrow.
Or Green Lantern by Jeremy
Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons.
What a boring
fever.
book that would be.
The rage.
What
turns
a
good
boring
men
comic.
Cruel.
Turns good men green.
Turns green. men
Yeah,
blue.
Jeremy Irons Green.
I'm trying to think what my favorite. Like, I feel like everything I've read recently has just ended.
Yeah, you're just kind of getting back.
Yeah, I'm just getting back.
Here, at the start of next week's episode, we'll say our poll list that we have for this year, and then we'll talk about it there.
It'll be you guys like it'll be like 12 books, and I'll be like, oh, Doctor Strange, maybe Avengers,
Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Are you going to read Teen Titans, Mark Waid?
I feel obligated to. I feel like I should.
You
'cause
got to read
it just-
Avengers as well, though.
Yeah,
I mean, they did the
you
AA
legally
stuff.
have to.
It's got to be. It's a big thing on the podcast.
You legally have to.
Yeah. Okay. I will.
Okay, that's thanks for sending in those questions. We'll do this again sometime. The reason we did was because we didn't think there was too much news, but we had a lot to say about the Marvels. So
We
if you
did.
skip that, yeah. But yeah, JD's still in the quantum realm, so maybe next week we'll
Yeah,
have
they-
a review of what did Kang do to him.
Yeah, that was crazy that he dropped out. That like for JD really is like the big cameo appear. He's the Luke Skywalker Mando season 2 of this episode.
And
Oh,
there's a
Star
rumor
Wars story.
that
Hopefully next week.
yeah, and JD's going to be in the last episode of Mandalorian season 3. So same thing with the hood up,
dude, I
green lightsaber.
couldn't give a fuck if like Lizzo could be like the main character for the rest of the episode. If the post-credit scene is Thrawn, I'll forgive everything. I'll forgive it all.
Post-credit
I'll
scene is
forgive it all.
JD. Would your jaw
Well, I would
hit
be
the
if it was JD, but he had red contacts in a blue skin. I would be so fucking confused.
I'd be proud of him, man. That's
Yeah,
a
he's
good
like,
get.
yeah, I had
He
to keep it a
does-
secret from you guys, of course, you know. But
He does
That's a
kind of
good
look like a
get, though.
chiss. He looks like an alien, so he looks like a
I think you
chiss.
said he looked like a chick. I was like, okay.
Chiss.
No, I know what
he
you
looks like an alien. But yeah, Star Wars coming soon,
Which-
and and we're not near the end of the month yet. Read Donny Cates Guardians for
Oh yeah,
May 1st.
book club.
Yeah.
Now let's do our song to sign off.
Okay.
A hero story. We're a hero story. Don't be sorry. We're a hero story.
We like curling, fishing, clubbing seals, dancing with our friends, and having Christmas turkey.
Some venom. Venom.